Night Lights, in partnership with Section 6, is presented by Villa Maria College, advancing educational opportunity for all of Western New York. Friday Night Lights is supported by our members and by the WNED Foundation Incorporated. Mr. Goodbar, your headquarters for watching away games on Elmwood Avenue. Denny's, America's Diner, is always open. Brighton Liquor and Wine, 930 Brighton Road in Tonawanda. And by SEI. More information at seic.com.
Hello friends, I'm Jack Kreuzer with Jim Monis for BTPM's Friday Night Lights, a collaboration with Section 6, presented by Villa Maria College. Week 3 brings us to Jamestown for a rematch of the 2024 Section 6 Class AA Championship game. The Red and Green look to take down the defending champs, Lancaster.
No motivational speeches needed from either head coach tonight. This is a rivalry game. Show up and get the win.
Lancaster has been one of the most successful programs in Western New York for a decade, appearing in 9 straight sectional championships. They've weathered through the emotional roller coaster of the first 2 weeks to start 2-0 in the 2025 season.
After 2 games, you're not young anymore. You've now found a way to win. You are now experienced, and you have to build. Nobody wants to hear that. It becomes an excuse if you use young anymore.
10th-year head coach Eric Rupp will coach in his 100th game with Lancaster tonight. Through 10 seasons, he told us that the fuel still burns for the rivalry against Jamestown, despite recent success.
I think historically, right, you look at the all-time series, I think Jamestown is still +7. So that's where my head's at, right? Like, yeah, we have had some success recently, but you know what? They kicked our butt for a decade, and they've won state championships. So that's always in the back of my mind, right? When I was a junior, they beat us in the stadium and won a state championship. So, you know, but at the end of the day, truthfully, it's never really about Jamestown or Orchard Park or Bennett. It's about how do I get these kids to be the best version of themselves.
Our spotlight players tonight for Lancaster are senior running back Danny Ahern, senior D lineman Braden Klinger, and their first-year starter, senior quarterback Matthew King.
And King not only beats you from the pocket with his arm, he can beat you with his legs as well.
The Jamestown Red and Green beat Williamsville North in Week 1 before falling to St. Joe's of the Monsignor Martin in Week 2. Both non-league games to start the season, 1-1.
And now Jamestown gets to see sophomore Jackson Gray enter league play the rest of the way.
In his 18th season as head coach, Jamestown's Tom Langworthy says despite losing to Lancaster in the sectional championship last year, they're not thinking about that game at all come Week 3.
If you dwell in the past, you're not enjoying the present. And I know that even though we fell short of the sectional title last year, everybody gave it their best. Everybody did their best. You can look in the mirror and be proud of what you did. And sometimes your best work doesn't end in a win or a loss. Sometimes your best coaching might end up in a 6-3 season where you're not holding a trophy up over your head. But the goal is that you put your guys in position that they can flourish and do well.
Our spotlight players tonight for Jamestown, their sophomore starting quarterback Jackson Gray, senior linebacker Luis Diaz, and their senior running back linebacker star Chase Bonta.
And Bonta and Diaz bring toughness and versatility at inside linebacker that's as good as you could want in high school football.
Our team objectives tonight, first for Lancaster. Number 1, force third and long.
Make Jackson Gray beat you from the pocket, not Chase Bonta running all over you.
Number 2, Ahern aid.
Just some extra yards from another player other than King running the ball will help.
And number 3, find Jericho Thagard.
That's who Jamestown's going to go to when they throw the ball, so make sure you know where he is.
Now for Jamestown, the red and green objectives tonight. Number 1, grind it out.
Yeah, you know you need to keep the ball and use your 2 backs.
Number 2, finish drives.
Field goals, get it out of your mouth, get in the end zone.
Number 3, spy Matt King.
He's dangerous throwing the ball, but he can beat you running the ball.
Coming up, the Class AA clash between Lancaster and Jamestown. After this, on Friday Night Lights, presented by Villa Maria College.
Visit Villa Maria College and discover what it means to be a Viking. Come see the energy, teamwork, and pride that makes the Villa Vikings unstoppable. Schedule your tour at visit.villa.edu.
In the heart of Chautauqua County, welcome to Strider Field in Jamestown, New York. While this may be the birthplace of Lucille Ball and home of the National Comedy Center, the rivalry on the gridiron tonight is no laughing matter. It's time for the 57th iteration of Lancaster versus Jamestown. Hello, friends. Welcome inside the Villa Maria College broadcast booth. Jack Kreuzer with Jim Monis with you. Live on the scene, Jim, you can feel the momentum leading toward kickoff. Boy, is it exciting tonight.
No question. What I love about this matchup right now is both coaches respect each other so much and know each other and value each other's friendship and respect each other. It's going to set up for a big-time game.
Captains at the center of the field at the moment. Our uniform report for tonight, Jamestown, top to bottom in red with the white helmets on top. Lancaster in their traveling white uniforms with red pants and the red helmets. Lancaster spelled across the front. Coin toss has been won by the Lancaster Legends, and boy, is that crucial, Jim Monis. Lancaster wins it, and they will kick to start the first half.
Crucial for second half strategies, all that good stuff we'll talk about at the end of the first half. Always interested to see how teams come out to start a game.
Well, special teams was a big talking point after week 2, specifically for Lancaster. A punt return touchdown, a kick return that set them up with great field position against Orchard Park last week in a game that, well, Lancaster pulled away 41-33 in that tightly contested league battle in week 2. Special teams certainly to be important tonight.
Both offenses are similar. They're both averaging around 5 yards per play when I broke down the stats. What's different is Lancaster's had some big-time plays to skew their points.
This series has been dominated by Lancaster for the last 10 years, having won 10 straight games over the Jamestown Red and Green since 2015. It does not eclipse the streak set by Jamestown from 1990 to 1999. The Red and Green program won 12 straight in this rivalry's history. We are set for action from Strider Field. Settle back and enjoy one of the best rivalries in Western New York high school football, certainly top 5, especially over the last few decades as both teams and schools in terms of class size mirror each other.
I'd be careful kicking to Jericho Thagard tonight. We've talked about what he's done offensively for this team. Watching pregame warmups, he can go. He touches the ball, it can be 6 from anywhere on the field. Christian
Schlesinger will kick off for Lancaster, one of just 3 returning starters for the Legends this year. Schlesinger to kick right to left with the ball teed up at the Lancaster 40-yard line. High boot that'll be fielded at around the 20-yard line, and it is Chase Bonta for Jamestown, who has some blockers, gets across the 40, and is taken down by the kicker himself. Schlesinger makes the tackle, and Bonta goes down at the Jamestown 45. Enter sophomore quarterback Jackson Gray, 6 foot, 180 pounds. Gray takes over the helm for Jamestown this year. This just his second start on this field, and boy, is it quite a moment for him tonight, Jim.
Yeah, this is when you stop being young and start growing up and become a veteran, and a big win like this is how you do it quickly.
Bonta on his left hip with the fullback on his right in Cam Monroe. It's a handoff for Bonta, goes up the right side, gets about 3 yards before the nose tackle for Lancaster. Braden Klinger meets him there, a gain of a couple on first.
And that's what a 6'4", that length inside can give you issues. And Klinger got off the ball, got off the block, and made the play right at the line of scrimmage. And that's what we talked about, big time stop.
Lancaster's offense features just 2 returning starters this game. We'll get to those in just a moment. Jamestown, handoff left side. There goes the freshman, Alaric Richards for Jamestown. This Jamestown offense returns about 7 starters from last year. Jackson Gray at the helm. Chase Bonta certainly the key for Jamestown this season.
Here we are, 3rd and long for the young quarterback, Jackson Gray, and this is his first test. Pretty much a passing down. Let's see if this senior defense.
4 of 5 offensive starters return on the offensive line for Jamestown. Certainly
a focal point for them tonight, facing 3rd and 8 from their own 47. Handoff Bonta, right side, lane opens up, he pounds ahead across the 50, falls forward to the Lancaster 45, but is down short, wrapped up by Cole Urban, the middle linebacker for Lancaster, bringing up 4th down and 1 on the Lancaster side of the 50.
Hey, on 3rd and 8, if you can give the ball to Bonta and get 7, and you know you're going for it, 2-down territory, that's a good call. Now you're 4th and manageable, 4th and 1.
4th down and 1. Heavy set for Jamestown with one spread wide to the bottom. That is Jericho Thagard. Bonta gets the handoff right side at the line of scrimmage. The bodies meet, but he falls forward. The 5'9", 195-pound frame of Chase Bonta, as you've said time and time again, Jim, just a physical specimen, and Bonta uses all of it to get that 1st down.
What I like there, Gray, the handoff was a little high to Bonta. He bobbled it, gathered himself, and still was able to move forward and get that 1st down, which was key. You don't want to turn the ball over at midfield. But clearly, Bonta is the guy to go to when they need it first.
So 1st down, Jamestown at the Lancaster 44-yard line. Handoff left side. Bonta taken down from behind. Braden Klinger with the tackle for loss. Bonta pops back up somehow, and he continues fighting forward, and the whistle never blew.
So his knee must have never hit. Great play by Klinger to chase down the line, and it looked like the play was over, but Bonta doesn't stop. Officials didn't rule him down. This could be a big play for Jamestown.
That was a loss of about 4, where Klinger had Bonta wrapped up from behind. Somehow, the neon green gloves of Bonta slipped free of the tackle of Klinger, and it's near the 1st down marker at the Lancaster 35, and now the officials will gather together and have a conversation about the spot. This ball placed right at the 34-yard line. Could be close.
They're going to have to trust each other, I guess. I'm always used to looking for the replay or the booth official replays. This is, hey, what'd you guys see? I think he touched. I don't know if he touched.
This is purely about the spot of the ball
at
this point.
They didn't give him that. Yeah.
Impressive. Braden Klinger, Trench Trophy nominee last week for his performance against Orchard Park in Week 2, the Lancaster nose tackle. After the chains are brought onto the field, it is a 1st down for Jamestown, working left to right. Al Fieser, the referee of tonight's crew down in Chautauqua County, signals for the 1st down, and Jamestown is ready to go. The chains aren't set, but the red and green are. Jackson Gray in shotgun has Bonta on his left hip. The fullback is Cam Monroe. It's a handoff for Bonta. Follows Monroe up the right side, but Klinger is there and is sure to touch Bonta to the turf.
That handoff was high again from Jackson Gray. He's got to get that ball down so Bonta can get it cleanly and get to the line of scrimmage quicker. He had to slow down a little bit. And, hey, Klinger is an issue right now. He is behind the line of scrimmage every play. Now, if he does that as a pass rush, that's going to be nasty.
Braden Klinger, the only returning defensive starter for Lancaster this year. 8.5 to go in the 1st quarter. Swing pass right side. It's caught by Jericho Thagard. Up the right sideline he goes. No one in front of him. Touchdown! A flag at the line of scrimmage is a hold against the red and green. It's called right back. What a shift in momentum in the matter of moments. Thagard nearly opened the scoring.
Right on cue. We talked about him on the kickoff return. If he touches the ball, he can score. Pretty play. You see the design. They waited, get him the ball. Scoring opportunity, just undisciplined little hold.
Tom Langworthy, head coach of Jamestown, in his 18th season, has 114 wins with the red and green and a state championship to boot back in 2014. But he's been on the wrong side of this battle for a decade. You could tell this is a little more interesting for Tom Langworthy this week than every other week. Even though he gives you the coach speak of every opponent's the same, doesn't matter who we're playing, you could tell in his eyes this one certainly means a little more to him. 2nd down and 18 for Jamestown. Handoff Bonta up the middle. He's taken down low and finished up top as Cole Urban came in to clean up the wrap tackle of Tim Kopaz, bringing up 3rd down and long behind the sticks.
Yeah, that was straight give just to get some yardage back. Got 5 back. Now you have 3rd and long. So Jackson Gray completed that pass to Thagard. They got called back. Now he's going to have to throw the ball down the field a little bit on 3rd and long. Now, could it be 2 down territory for this offense? Possibly. Could be a give to Fonta and go for it on 4th. That's what I don't know what the coach is thinking here with the 2 downs.
3rd down and 13 at the 37-yard line. Jamestown near the right hash. Gray drops back to pass for the first time today. Pressure coming, screen over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Middle screen. Interesting design there. They're trying to get the ball to Cam Monroe, a fullback, on a middle screen. So a different design, a different player trying to throw things off for Lancaster. Nice job, good discipline.
Looks like go for it territory for Jamestown. 4th down and 13 at the Legends 37-yard line. Already, Jamestown picked up a 1st down earlier this drive near midfield on 4th and short. This a much different situation against a Lancaster defensive backs crew that is quite young. Haven't aired it out just yet. 4th down, 13 to go at the Lancaster 37. 3 wide to the left. Thagard alone at the bottom of your screen on WNED BTPM Create. It's a handoff on the jet sweep for Thagard up the left side. Beats 1 tackler, tries to get past the 2nd, but he's taken down by the safety. Ryan Hartwig came all the way across the field to make the tackle, and it's a turnover on downs against Jamestown.
Hartwig did a great job. He took a good angle, kept his leverage, was able to get the tackle down. Thagard can go, so you want to make sure you wrap and get him down, not just try to hit, make the big hit. I like that. Now you get the ball back, big time play. That's like a turnover to me when you hold a team on downs.
Lancaster's Matt King takes over on offense for the Legends in his senior season. A first-year starter, was held out his entire junior year with injuries. Now the full-time starter, and he has been terrific. 6'3", 220 in shotgun empty set. 4 receivers to the left. King, quick screen to the left side. It's well over the head of the running back Danny Ahern, who is split out wide.
Quarterbacks with big arms, Brett Favre, Donovan McNabb coming out, they were always famous for sailing the ball early. Sometimes your arm's a little excited.
Starting offense for Lancaster, just 2 returners from a year ago. Danny Ahern, one of them, and the left tackle Ethan Ludwig, who came in to replace Owen Haffa midway through last season. Throw to the right side. It is caught by Everett Fix. The sophomore wide receiver makes a grab 5 yards downfield. Tackled across the 35-yard line, bringing up 3rd down, medium distance for the Legends.
Quick game pass, hitch route, smart play, get a completion, get the quarterback calmed down. Now you have 3rd and manageable. Would this be 2 down territory? It would be for me. I wouldn't punt ever, but you know that.
Lancaster in the gun. King, 5-step drop, throws to the right side. Caught high in the air by Ahern. He had to reach up to grab it. Gets met near the sticks and then falls forward to the 40. He's well short of the 1st down marker, setting up 4th and short.
Great hand-eye coordination from Ahern to pull that ball down a little high, and he fought and found some hidden yards to make it 4th and 1. We're going for it.
King in the gun. Ahern to his right. 2 receivers either side. The red helmets of the Legends look to their right. Eric Rupp gives them the play call, and now the clap of the hands and a fake of the give. King up the middle, has the 1st down. Toward the 45-yard line, tripped up by Eli DeLeon. It's a 1st down for Lancaster.
6'3" quarterback, you need a yard, run straight ahead. I like it, follow the lead. Aggressive call, tells you where they're at mentality-wise for the game, setting the tone.
Matt King, Connolly Cup nomination a week ago for his performance against Orchard Park. Gives it this time on 1st down at their own 44 to Ahern. Inside dive and a gain of about 5.
Good 1st down play. We talked about Ahern getting more yards. He's been getting carries, but 2.5 yards a carry isn't good enough. There's a 5-yard pickup. I like the way Ahern's fighting for yards tonight.
2nd down, 4 to go, right at midfield. Lancaster working right to left after the turnover on downs to start the game against Jamestown. It's a run for King, left side, met by the linebacker Chase Bonta. 2-way star for the red and green. Keeps it to a gain of just 1 for Lancaster on 2nd to bring up 3rd and short.
Design quarterback run. They pulled the right tackle. Silvestri along. He was trying to follow him. Good job on the stop. Your quarterback's got to be careful taking hits like that.
Lancaster moving quick. 3rd down and 3 at the 48-yard line. Some movement on the defensive line of Jamestown. They reset before the snap. King takes the snap. Screen pass right side. Caught by Aiden Banks. He has the first down near the Jamestown 45. Is spun down to the turf there. It's a first down, Lancaster again.
Go-to receiver. Third and short. Get him the ball. Let him get the first down. Nice job by Banks to find a way. Good throw. Good timing.
Lancaster moving quick again. This whole drive, hurry up. 1st and 10 at the Jamestown 43. King gives it to Ahern. Middle dive and another 5 yards for the Lancaster offense near the Jamestown 40.
Steady mix right now. I like the offense is feeling in a rhythm. I like the way they're playing. They can mix it up right now, too. The way you're running the ball, you can do some play action. You can take some shots right now. This is your time.
Under 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Moving quickly at Strider Field in Jamestown is the clock. 2nd down, 7 to go at the 40. Lancaster with King in the gun. Empty set, throw over the middle. It's caught immediately. Colton Schaefer with the grab. He's got a first down as he gets down inside the 30-yard line. Slowly but surely, Lancaster marches down near the Jamestown red zone.
The best offense is spread the ball around to multiple players. Everybody's getting involved right now. This is dangerous for Jamestown. This is a good offense.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line. Lancaster moving quick. Different from their first 2 games of the season where they wanted to slow it down and run power in the first half against McKinley and OP. This much similar to their second half last week. King on 1st and 10, forced to run, goes up the middle, tucks the football with 2 arms as he's thrown down to the turf by Isaiah Watson. A gain of just a couple for Matt King on the scramble.
They're trying to go deep. Josiah Cruz, nice job at corner right there, running deep. He pulled it and had to get some yards. Good coverage.
Cruz was out last week for Jamestown against St. Joe's. A key welcome back for the red and green DBs. 2nd down. 8 to go at the Jamestown 26. King empty set. Looks to his right. Throws to Ahern. It's caught at the 25. And then he's taken down. It's Cruz again with the tackle.
Little motion to empty, so no secret they're throwing the ball.
A loss of 2 on the play to bring up 3rd and 10. And Lancaster might want to take their time to devise a nice play here. Instead, it's hurry up again. Bunch formation on the right hash. King in the gun. Drops back to pass. Scans the field, feels the pressure, rolls to his right, throws to the sideline, well out of play. A throwaway to bring up 4th and 10.
Great job defensively, played zone. They were trying to hit a little mesh inside, crossing people up. They stayed home, nothing was open, almost a force, but a throwaway basically by King. Good job by Jamestown defense.
Lancaster stopped Jamestown on downs the first drive of the game. 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Lancaster faces 4th and 10. King airs it out, middle of the field, incomplete. Looking for Ryan Hartwig. And it falls to the turf near the 10-yard line. A turnover on downs against the Legends.
So a common theme right now with King is the ball is high. He's sailing some passes right now. That was a completable ball. You have to put it right on his chest coming out of the break. Sailed it a little bit. Both teams getting turnover on downs. Impressive.
2 teams that have given up a good amount of points the first 2 weeks. Jamestown giving up 35 points through 2 games. Lancaster allowing 61 so far. 1st and 10 for the red and green. Handoff Bonta at their own 28. Up the middle, he gets 3 yards.
Yeah, he gets hit at the line of scrimmage, but gains another 3. That lower body strength is real.
Chase Bonta, a Connolly Cup finalist last year as a junior. He's just so impressive, and you see it immediately. It's the size that jumps out at first.
It's the size and the versatility. He has hands. He plays linebacker. He's aware. He's a football player, not just a straight-ahead banger running back.
5'9", but 195 pounds and mostly thighs. The guy can truck. 2nd down and 6. Swing pass right side. Nate Sanchez with the grab. Gets across the 35. A pickup of around 5 to set up 3rd and short as he gets out of bounds into the Jamestown bench area.
Nice tackle there. They had trying to set up a little swing screen. Good job by Lancaster to make that defense. Now they're going to have to earn it 3rd and short because I don't think this would be 2-down territory. But you know what? It may be. I mean, this 3rd and short with Bonta, I mean, and 4th and short, you can get these.
3rd down 2 to go. At the 35-yard line, under 2 minutes to go in the first. Jamestown. 2 running backs in. It's a handoff to the freshman Richards. Left side. He gets near the first down marker at the 37. It'll come down to the spot as he was tackled by the defensive end, Tim Kopaz, leading tackler on the season so far for Lancaster. Could not keep the freshman across the first down marker. It is a new set of 4 downs for Lancaster, Jamestown marching toward midfield at the 39.
Richards is a nice little change of pace back, different from Bonta. Obviously younger as a freshman getting on the field like that, but he has a little quickness to him. Not as big, obviously, but gives you a little change of pace that can mess with the defense.
Sanchez lines up in the slot on the left. Jackson Gray takes the snap. Handoff to Jericho Thaggart on a sweep from right to left. Beats the one defender. Tries to jump past another on the far sideline. He steps out of bounds near the 45. It's a gain of 7 for Jamestown.
Agree with Coach Langworthy. Get your playmakers the ball however you can. If you have to hand it to him, hand it to him. If you throw it to him on the line of scrimmage, throw it to him. But Thaggart is the guy that can take it the distance, keep feeding him the ball. I like that.
Second down, 3 to go at the 45 for Jamestown. This a rematch of the sectional championship 1 year ago. In Class AA, Lancaster won it. Second down and 3, handoff to Jericho Thaggart, and he is stopped at the line of scrimmage. Lancaster's defensive line pushes right back, and a flag well after the play as Thaggart reached up and smacked the helmet of a Lancaster legend.
That time they put Thaggart at tailback, just trying to get him the ball again, going straight ahead. Good tackle, good play by the defense. They were ready for it, and then they get the frustration penalty.
There's a lot of tension whenever these two teams play, but as both head coaches will tell you, things like that are unacceptable.
Well, unacceptable with penalties. You can't beat yourself. That's the #1 rule, and that's how you start, by penalties. So both coaches, they refuse to think they're going to beat themselves. We know these teams are disciplined.
But a temper penalty as well. That's not a false start or a hold. You reach up and smack the opponent in the helmet. Unacceptable.
Yeah, in fact, it's funny because it's a player that's not used to getting the ball at running back, and he's running up the bin a little bit. So he's in the mix, not used to that, so he got a little frustrated.
3rd down and 18. It was funny at practice this week on BTPM local sports social media pages. Go ahead and follow that, Instagram and X. We've got a video out asking each team to say something nice about each other. I don't think Lancaster or Jericho Thaggart said anything nice about each other there. 3rd down, 18 to go at the Jamestown 30. It's a run left side, and Bonta gets 4 yards.
No, I think on that one, they were ready to see what they could get, and we're going to punt this thing away. No 2-down territory here, which I'm a little bit surprised by. I may have taken a shot down the field there just to see what you could get on 4th down. But
so now the senior punter, Evan Maloney, comes back to boot it away from the Jamestown 34-yard line, booting left to right. Very little wind, if any, at field level. There's a slight breeze moving in favor of Jamestown on this punt from left to right across the field. But before the punt, we have the end of the first quarter. No score after 12 minutes of football from Strider Field in Jamestown. You are watching Friday Night Lights on BTPM Create. You're listening to Friday Night Lights on BTPM NPR. We'll be back with the second quarter, brought to you by Villa Maria College after this.
Visit Villa Maria College and discover what it means to be a Viking. Come see the energy, teamwork, and pride that makes the Villa Vikings unstoppable. Schedule your tour at visit.villa.edu.
What if your spare change could help protect the public media you love? When you link your Visa or MasterCard at btpm.roundforgood.com, your everyday purchases are rounded up to the nearest dollar. At the end of the month, that change becomes one simple donation to Buffalo Toronto Public Media, fueling public media and strengthening our community. One cup of coffee, one grocery run, one roundup at a time. You're in control. Pause or cancel anytime. It's simple. It adds up. Small change, big impact.
Listen to BTPM NPR wherever you are on the BTPM Listen app. Find it in the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store.
Support for Buffalo Toronto Public Media's Friday Night Lights comes from our members and from Mr. Good Bar, your Elmwood Avenue home for football and more food, beverage, and atmosphere. At 1110 Elmwood Avenue in Buffalo, Mr. Good Bar, home of DJ Crespo's away game viewing parties.
We love a good tote bag, but at times like these, there's nothing like wearing your values. Support public media by buying a t-shirt with a side of resistance. Visit btpm.org/t-shirt. Pre-sale ends Friday, September 19th.
Listen to Buffalo Toronto Public Media The Bridge wherever you are. Search for the BTPM Listen app on all your devices.
Support for Buffalo Toronto Public Media's Friday Night Lights comes from our members and from your local Denny's. America's Diner is always open.
Welcome back to Strider Field. Jamestown punts away and Lancaster starts the second quarter at their own 44-yard line, 1st and 10. Ryan Smith in motion. No, at quarterback. He takes the snap and runs to his left. Gets hit in the backfield at the 40-yard line and is taken down by Chase Bonta. So already, Jim, we see the time and transfer. Ryan Smith get a snap at quarterback. That's the first time we've seen that package this season.
Nice job by Bonta. The instincts show up. You see a player that you're not used to seeing it take the snap. He shoots the gap, triggers, and blows it up behind the line of scrimmage. Nice play, Bonta.
Second down, 14 to go from the 40-yard line. King in the gun. Hands it off Ahern. Left side, he is tackled by Drew Bloomquist, the sophomore outside linebacker, for a gain of just a couple to bring up 3rd down and long. Drew replaces his brother, Cole Bloomquist. Their dad played here in the 90s. His number is retired on the Wall of Fame. A family of footballers in Jamestown carry on the tradition of 3-year starters at linebacker. Drew Bloomquist forces 3rd and 11. King drops back to pass, airs it out deep down the middle. He's got his man, but it's incomplete. Through the hands of Colton Schaefer at the Jamestown 20-yard line. It'll bring up 4th and long for Lancaster.
It happens to everybody. That drop, that wide open drop, like missing a wide open layup in basketball, it hurts, it happens. You're going to see it on film. Everybody's going to talk about it. You got to get it out of your head and move on, but beautiful throw. Perfect touch, dropped it on him.
4th and 11. King is the punter for Lancaster as well. They line up to go for it, but Jamestown had an extra man on the field. So this flag that comes out late near the Jamestown sideline may be negated by a timeout called by the red and green, and that it is the first timeout against Jamestown.
No, they hit it right down the seam. Beautiful throw, touch, everything. Everything you want drawn up. That's why coaching can be frustrated. You can draw it up perfect, drop pass. Now it's 4th down.
Well, at practice this week, we talked to Lancaster head coach Eric Rupp, asked him about Tom Langworthy and all the respect that they have for each other over the years, and Coach Rupp had quite an interesting answer to give for us. Didn't think we'd be getting a nugget like that. Here's Coach Rupp on Tom Langworthy.
I've never told him this, but when I took over, right, like I'm looking around and I'm like, well, there's John Fowler, right, and then there's Gene Tundo. So I'm like, there's something about that guy from Jamestown. So like I just kind of watched him and I observed, and I'm like, I'll be like that guy one day.
Lined up for 4th down and 11. Lancaster set to punt with Matt King. Just interesting how Coach Rupp said he's got all this respect for Tom Langworthy and looked around when he got the job and put Langworthy in the class of Coach John Fowler and of the like around Western New York. Immediate respect from Eric Rupp as the punt is out of bounds at the Jamestown 25. That's where the red and green will take over.
Jamestown 25-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 from the red and green.
So we've had a couple of turnover on downs. Either way, Lancaster punts on their second offensive drive of the game. No score. Brought to you by Mr. Goodbar, your home for away games on Elmwood Avenue. 0-0. 10.5 to go in the first half. Jamestown 1st and 10 from their own 24. Fake of the give to Bonta. Swing pass left side Sanchez. He has a lane to the 40. Across midfield, he takes a Lancaster defender with him. Out of bounds on the left side. A big gain of 20 for Jamestown's Nate Sanchez through the air.
I like that to get Jackson Gray a quick completion and let the playmaker make a play. Nate Sanchez was out. He caught that, got immediately upfield. Good blocking, hit that little alley. Nice first down play.
Jamestown moves quick to the line. A flip of the script. Taste of the medicine of their own for Lancaster. This time, handoff Bonta. Pounds into the line, breaks off one tackle, keeps the feet moving, then gets shoved backward, and the whistle blows for forward progress after a gain of 5.
Still not on the ground. Bonta is just going to keep moving forward. I'm having visions of Bane from that movie, Bane. I just feel like he's going to walk bound through walls, just keep pounding Bonta up the middle like Bane.
And that's not an intentional pun. The running back that Chase Bonta replaced his sophomore year as a starter was the injured Carson Bain, who got hurt at a game we were at when Lancaster was here 2 years ago. Bonta had a bit of a coming out party that night. 2nd down, 6 to go at the 45. Hand off Bonta, right side, bounces off the right guard, continues moving forward to the 41 and falls down there to bring up 3rd and short. You know, last year at practice before we covered the sectional championship between these two teams, we talked to Carson, or rather to Chase Bonta, and he said he was wearing Carson Bain's shoes. He had left them behind for his buddy Chase to wear, and after Chase had his shoes muddied up the game before in a rainy game, he was wearing the former running back one's shoes, Carson Bain. So maybe he's still got a little bit of Bain in him in that way.
Good history, but it also shows that how tight these teams are and close they are.
3rd down and 2 rather. Handoff left side. Alaric Richards has the first down, spins to the 35. A first down for the red and green, marching right to left.
Jackson Gray, once again, that handoff was a little high. Richards bobbled it, but I love the fact that they keep moving forward. Richards did a nice job of finding little holes, hidden yards for a smaller back. He got in there and got tough. This is a tough combo, these two backs.
Alaric Richards, just a freshman, 5'10", 160, averaging 4.5 yards a carry so far this year. Handoff Bonta right side on first down, falls forward for 5 yards after a couple of steps, being taken down by the defensive end for Lancaster, Dylan Peace.
Gave a piggyback ride for about 3 yards, Bonta. It keeps moving forward. A lot you could do right now as a play caller. A lot of play action you could do right now. You're gashing them pretty good, both backs. Might be a chance to take a shot in the end zone here.
Lancaster's defense so far this season giving up 350 rushing yards a game. Handoff, right side, Richards breaks free, carries a tackler with him to the 10. It's a first down for Jamestown in the red zone.
Richards has a little burst, a little more speed to him than Bonta possibly. It's a good combination right now. You don't know where it's coming from, and when you can't stop the bleeding like this right now, you got to hold tight.
Tom Langworthy of the Jamestown Red and Green looking to get on the scoreboard first. 8 minutes to go in the first half. Bonta left side, spins across the goal line. Touchdown!
Tough spot. Tough spot for Ryan Hartwick right there. He was singled up with Bonta right at the goal line. Nobody's going to win that battle. Bonta in the end zone.
Bonta, his 36th career touchdown, 4th of the season. And Jamestown has a 6-0 lead. The senior kicker, Evan Maloney, to line up for the extra point kick. 20 yards away, right down the middle of the field. Maloney's kick is high, and it is good. 7-0 Jamestown, your score, brought to you by Mr. Goodbar, your home for away games on Elmwood Avenue. The red and green strike first. How important is that?
Oh, I think for the young quarterback, too, his confidence now is through the roof. They know they can run the ball. Now you feel as a quarterback, hey, when I'm asked to throw, somebody should be open. I just need to find the right player. But these two backs are going to be tough. Lancaster has to find a way to slow them down. We talked about that. Jamestown's doing what you need to do, though. They want to grind out the ball, keep it in their hands, keep it out of their hands, finish drives in the end zone like we talked about. They did that. That's a strong statement from Jamestown.
This is Well, the third week in a row we've seen a team with dual running back opportunity with this week's Jamestown, Bonta and Alaric Richards. I don't think anyone was expecting Alaric Richards to be as instrumental in the first scoring drive of this game as he just was.
Yeah, he's not running like a freshman or his size. He's not playing to his size. He's playing bigger than his size is listed. He's getting in there and mixing it up.
Set for the Denny's kickoff. Denny's, America's Diner, is always open. Ryan Smith deep to receive for Lancaster. So a bit of a culture shock for Ryan Smith as he transferred from Timon over to Lancaster. Didn't get the playing time the first couple weeks. He was the quarterback at Timon his sophomore year. Now this year he's not getting the playing time, and coach said you're either going to be a wide receiver or a defensive back because we already have quarterbacks in Matt King and Everett Fix. He's finding a way to get on the field so far today, and even taking a snap at quarterback on Lancaster's second drive. We'll see how much he's used here. The kickoff brought to you by Denny's at the 40-yard line, fielded by Lancaster on the far side. It's Aiden Banks at the 15 to the middle of the field. He's dragged down to the turf by Jamestown's Jimmy Graves near the 35-yard line. 8 minutes to go in the first half of play. 7-0 Jamestown over Lancaster.
Yeah, it's important right now to answer somehow, some way, put a drive together. It doesn't necessarily have to be points, but you have to answer with something here. Especially after you drop that touchdown ball, you're going to think about that so much. You know you had that missed opportunity. Hey, it's okay, 7-0, let's get it back.
Matt King in the gun for Lancaster, who wants to go quick. Danny Ahern on his right hip. Snap to King, chest high, handoff Ahern. He is met in the backfield. Jamestown, their front four got home with the help of Chase Bonta, who was blitzed from the middle.
No shot for Ahern right there. He could see it from a mile away. You're getting the handoff sometimes as a running back, and there's three guys waiting for you. You have to take your punishment.
Second down and 11 for Lancaster. Boy, the slate is packed tonight in Western New York with great games. We'll tell you about them in just a moment. King rolls to his right on 2nd and 11. Plenty of time. Now pressure comes. Throws down the right sideline. Banks makes the grab, and he breaks free. Aiden Banks tracked down at the 10-yard line. No flags. A huge gain of 45 for Lancaster, deep into the Jamestown red zone.
Big time throw by King, out of the pocket. Thought he had somebody else open that was sitting in his zone. He took a shot down the field to Banks, and he big boyed it. Nice catch.
Aiden Banks, the leading receiver this year for Lancaster. Quite big shoes to fill from last year's trio. He looked like Justin Hartwig there. Break free speed. Just over 7 minutes to go in the first half. It's 1st and goal for Lancaster from the 9. Handoff Ahern, left side, pounds across 2 defenders to the 1. He is just short. The best run we've seen so far from Danny Ahern.
And that was so needed. That's a boost to get that off the ground going a little bit. Almost a 9-10 yard run on first down like that. Gives the offensive line some confidence, and King can feel like he can do anything now.
6.5 to go in the first half for Lancaster. Handoff Ahern, left side. He is wrapped up at the goal line. He's in. Touchdown Lancaster.
Immediate answer, just like we said. You needed something, and they did it right down the field. Impressive. This is two good football teams.
He's in. Danny Ahern's 20th career rushing touchdown. And the extra point to tie it.
That's the first time I think we've seen them kind of enforce or impose their will a little bit on Jamestown. They kind of took it to them on that drive.
Christian Schlesinger to kick for Lancaster, middle of the field. The extra point kick is up and good. And we are tied at 7 with 6.5 to go in the first half. The score brought to you by Mr. Goodbar, your home for away games on Elmwood Avenue.
The playmakers are starting to show up now.
So similarly to the respect that Coach Rupp showed for Tom Langworthy, Coach Langworthy had the same to say about Coach Rupp.
those guys better. If you dwell in the past, you're not enjoying the present. And I know that even though we fell short of the sectional title last year, everybody gave it their best. Everybody did their best. You can look in the mirror and be proud of what you did. And sometimes your best work doesn't end in a win or a loss. Sometimes your best coaching might end up in a 6-3 season where you're not holding a trophy up over your head. But the goal is that you put your guys in position that they can flourish and do well. And
so Coach Langworthy talking about moving on from last year's sectional championship. Certainly that's got to stick in the back of your mind when you fall in the sectional title game. But he knows it's about developing young men into leaders, and he's certainly done that so far in an 18-year career in Jamestown. The Denny's kickoff set to get underway. Schlesinger's kick fielded at the Jamestown 10-yard line. Chase Bonta's neon green gloves flash in the night sky. He gets across the 25 before he's tripped up near the 30. Jamestown lost the coin toss to start this game. Lancaster elected to defer, so you have to expect Jamestown to want to kill the clock here with 6.5 to go in the first half. Tied at 7. You don't want to give Lancaster a chance to double dip.
No, and they're the perfect offense to just milk the clock right now. Bleed it out, run the ball to Bonta and Richards, take your shot when you need to. But I like the way this offense looks to take some time up here.
Jackson Gray hasn't had to throw the ball too much tonight or this season. Just 31 attempts entering tonight. Handoff Bonta left side, or check that, Alaric Richards gets the give on first down. He gets about 4.
Yeah, the play caller's getting a nice field right now. Bonta and Richards are getting some equal reps. That's not how it started the game. Richards has the hot hand right now. He's giving the defense a different look.
Second down, 6 to go at the 33-yard line. Jamestown in their home red uniforms looking to win their first league game of the season. Left side, Bonta jukes past 2 defenders, breaks another at the 50, and he's tripped up by the safety. Chase Bonta, a gain of 15 on the ground and a first down for the red and green.
So we know about the power. That time he showed vision, footwork to cut off blocks, hit the alley, and then finish the drive. His physicality is head down, and he's going to move forward.
Under 6 minutes to go in the first half. Bonta sets up Jamestown for a 1st and 10 at midfield. All the red and green players look to their left. Head coach and offensive coordinator Tom Langworthy relays the play to his sophomore quarterback. Jackson Gray commands the offense in the gun with 2 receivers to the right at midfield. Tied at 7. Handoff Alaric Richards. Breaks free. Richards, plenty of speed across the 35 down to the 32-yard line. And a flag at the end of the run. Boy, Richards is speedy off the jump.
It's what you want. It's too easy to say thunder, lightning all the time, but sometimes that's just how it works with running backs because you want to give 2 different looks. They have that right now. Richards has the burst.
And Al Fieser relays that the penalty is a face mask against Lancaster. Add more yardage to the end of that run. Alaric Richards, a freshman, you can obviously see why he was called up to the varsity team this year, but Coach Langworthy has been waiting for this year. He told us that while he's a year older than Langworthy's oldest son, every other year they were on the same travel baseball team, on the same Little League football team, and he was licking his lips saying, I can't wait till I get this guy on my football team and can use him freshman year. As soon as he got to Jamestown High School, boy, is Richards a big help for the red and green offense this season. He is the running back to the left hip of Gray for 1st down and 10 at the 19. Whistles blow before the snap. The conversation with the officials and the linemen. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Bonta dots the eye of the backfield. It's a handoff to him. Left side gets across the 15, falls toward the 10 to pick up 4.
Yeah, it's right now they're just going back and forth. Richards, Bonta, give one way, give the X way, right, left. Trying to hit it wide, trying to pull tackles, then gives up the middle to Richards. I mean, they have a lot of mixing going on with what they're doing on offense to confuse the defense right now, and you can see it. They're gashing them again.
2nd down, 7 to go. Left side, Richards gets back to the line of scrimmage. Minimal gain, if any, to bring up 3rd down, medium distance here.
Yeah, third down doesn't mean anything on this drive, I wouldn't think. There's 2 down territories. This ball needs to end in the end zone.
Still plenty of time remaining in this first half. Lancaster with 3 timeouts remaining. Jamestown has 2. 4.5 to go in the first half. It's a handoff. Bonta delays, then runs forward, then is stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Lancaster's youthful defensive line, led by Tubner and Klinger at defensive tackle, make the stop to bring up 4th and 3.
Those two have made plays all night on the defensive line. They were just trying to do a little scissor action, trying to confuse the defense, got a little clustered, slow developing play, not good. Good job by the D.
4th down, 3 to go at the 10-yard line. Jamestown looking to take the lead, tied at 7. Tom Langworthy has time to give the play call. Both Bonta and Gray are just staring back to the near sideline, and Coach Langworthy will take a timeout, his second of the opening half. 3:33 to go in this first half, tied at 7. Score brought to you by Mr. Goodbar, your home for away games on Elmwood Avenue. Plenty of games around Western New York to keep an eye out on tonight. West Seneca West is at Clarence. Grand Island is taking on Health Sciences Buffalo Academy of Science Global in an A2 battle. All 4 of those teams undefeated. Then South Park is at Will South this evening. Both teams 1-1, looking to remain unbeaten in Class B. Clymer Sherman Panama takes on Salamanca, the team we saw beat Springville 1 week ago. Both of those teams are 2-0, playing in a divisional battle. And then also tonight, 2 undefeated teams in Class D, the Wilson Lakemen and the Gowanda Pine Valley Panthers, all taking each other on this evening. Those around Western New York games to watch are brought to you by the Buffalo and Erie County Public Library, profoundly public. 4th down for Jamestown. They break the huddle on the near sideline. Lancaster's defense ready for them. 4th and 3 at the 10-yard line. Do or die time as the first half winds down. Jackson Gray hands it off. Bonta, left side, near the 5, and he is close to the yard to gain. He should have it. Chase Bonta moves the sticks for Jamestown on a crucial 4th down pickup.
You feel like you have a 5-yard weapon when you have Bonta in the backfield. You just have to, it's a straight give and see what you can let it win up front, hit the crease, and get the 5 yards.
1st and goal at the 5. Handoff Bonta, left side, has the blockers, stays on his feet, pushed toward the boundary. He is out at the 1. 2nd down and goal for Jamestown. It feels like with this rushing attack, it's just inevitable.
It happens. We were waiting to see it. We said Jamestown wants to grind it out, and this is how they can do it. When they have these 2 backs going, they're awfully difficult to stop. They haven't been forced to really throw the ball right now.
And mind you, this is with 4 of 5 returning starting offensive linemen. A huge deal going up against Lancaster's youthful defense with just 1 starter coming back from last year. Handoff Bonta, middle of the field, and he's got the touchdown. Chase Bonta, his 2nd touchdown of the game, and Jamestown takes the lead again. 13-7, 3:14 to go in the first half.
Left tackle Isaiah Watson does a nice job sealing off. Bonta goes right behind him. Smart running behind the big left tackle.
Chase Bonta, his 5th rushing touchdown on the young season. Through 2.5 games, he's got 5 rushing touchdowns, and he's well over 300 yards on the ground.
Got to get a holder. You can't forget if you're the holder.
Evan Maloney was waiting, and the kick is blocked. No good. Poor snap on the play from Jamestown, and Maloney never had a chance.
A lot of things.
The extra point there could become crucial down the stretch. 13-7, Jamestown the lead over Lancaster. That score brought to you by Mr. Goodbar, your home for away games on Elmwood Avenue.
Yeah, the operation was just messed up from the start. Thagard forgot to come out as the holder. Then the snap was bad. The kicker slips. It all goes bad sometimes. Go for 2 next time you have Bonta.
3:14 to go in the first half. This is Friday Night Lights on BTPM Create and BTPM NPR, brought to you by Villa Maria College, New York's home for cutting-edge majors and unmatched support. Now Lancaster has 3 minutes and 12 seconds to work with and all 3 timeouts. And remember, they get the ball to start the second half.
And this is what we call the middle eight. We talk about it every week. This is the chance for Lancaster to flip the game. Milk this clock, score to end the half, get the ball to start the second half, score again. You now have the lead. This is how you flip it.
Maloney looking to shake off that blocked extra point on the Denny's kickoff. Denny's, America's Diner, is always open. High in the air. Far sideline, fielded at the 22-yard line by Aiden Banks. Up the left side he goes to the 30, where he is tackled. Well, you make it sound easy, Jim, to milk the clock for Lancaster's offense, who hasn't been able to run the ball so far.
So milk the clock at this point is probably the wrong term. They need to score somehow, 3, 7, however they can get points to end this half and not let Jamestown get the ball back is how you want to end this half. It doesn't have to be milk the clock, but you need to get points.
What is Lancaster's best offensive ability so far tonight?
They can get down the field. They need to try it again. They had that drop touchdown down the seam. I would take shots down the field right now. You've proven this quarterback is in a groove.
Matt King in the gun. Motions Aiden Banks across the offensive line. High snap, he handles it, throws over the middle of the field, and it's caught by Schaefer with plenty of speed across the 50 to the 40, and he breaks past another wave of defenders. One defender to beat on the far side, and Alaric Richards comes all the way over the field to push him out of bounds. A huge gain down to the Jamestown 20. Lancaster flips the field.
Love that for Schaefer. He's the one that dropped that touchdown pass, come right back to him. That's a true sign of a senior. King has confidence in him, goes right back to him, playmaker. Now you got to finish in the end zone.
Colton Schaefer, all 4 of his receptions came in week 2 against Orchard Park. Keeps the hot hand rolling into week 3. Sets up first and goal, or rather first and 10 in the red zone at the 20 for Lancaster. King keeps it himself. Jukes cuts to the left. Stiff arms 2 defenders and stays on his feet. It's a minimal gain of 3, but an impressive one laterally at that for Matt King. You've never seen a catcher move that well laterally. Boy, did Matt King on that play.
He did his best. Design run. Nice job by Jamestown. They kept pursuing. King did a good job. He kept bouncing outside, getting out of tackles, but Jamestown did not stop going to the ball.
Under 3 minutes to go in the first half. Lancaster still all 3 timeouts to use. King on 2nd and 8 throws quickly to the far side. It's caught high in the air near the 10-yard line. Ryan Hartwig makes the grab near the sticks. It'll depend on the spot what down it is. The clock continues to roll as Hartwig got down in bounds. Clock ticks, under 2.5 to go in the first half. Handoff left side. Ahern gets maybe a couple for the first down quickly.
2 plays ago, it was a really nice catch by Hartwig. He extended his hands high, throws a little high. Love how he caught it. Then Ahern, nice run to find those little yards to get that first.
First down and goal at the 8-yard line. Clock is a-moving. 2:20 to go in the first half. King in the gun. Ahern behind him on his right hip. High snap. King's got it. Gives it to Ahern. He's met immediately and elevated to start at DN tonight. The honorary captain, Cole Anderson, is at the line of scrimmage to make the tackle for Jamestown.
That high snap affects that play. You want to get a quick snap and get the ball to Ahern because he's trying to hit it up the middle, and that delay is causing him not to be able to get to the hole.
Under 2 minutes to go in the first half. Lancaster knocking on the door. 2nd and goal at the 8. King rolls to his right, throws on the run, caught! Touchdown! Everett Fix ties the game at 13. 1:42 to go in the first half, and Lancaster can take the lead with an extra point. In the process, a Lancaster offensive lineman was injured on the play. He's down. 13-13 the score. A nice play on the run from Matt King.
And a nice job by Fix to stay on his track on the route. He stayed flat, and he separated from the defender, made it a nice, easy target. King delivered beautifully on the move, put it right on his chest. Hope everybody's all right on the field right now.
Matt King with the touchdown pass, and all Lancaster Legends on the far sideline down to take a knee. Well, the Legends are no stranger to injury to their offensive line. Their left tackle, Owen Haffa, last year had a bad leg injury midway through the season against Orchard Park. We were at the game last year when Haffa went down, and that's when Ethan Ludwig came in to replace him at left tackle.
What's crazy is we're watching Matt King right now warm up as the backup long snapper for short snaps, it looks like, not necessarily punts. But what a skill for a quarterback to have to go in.
Let's step away for a few moments for station identification. This is Friday Night Lights presented by Villa Maria College.
This is Danny Aher from Lancaster. You're listening to Friday Night Lights on BTPM, NPR, WBFO, and WBFO HD1 Buffalo, WUBJ Jamestown, WOLN Olean, a service of Buffalo Toronto Public Media.
Getting tended to on the field is Lancaster's offensive lineman and center, Santiago Silva. The senior walks off under his own power to a round of applause from both fan bases on either sideline. 1:42 to go in the first half. Tied at 13, Lancaster's Matt King finds the sophomore Everett Fix, who incidentally is the man in waiting for Matt King. He'll be the quarterback expected, at least, moving forward after this season. But Fix, for now, a top wide receiver target. His second touchdown of the year ties the game at 13. Jamestown had an extra point blocked on their last kick attempt. Now the kick from Schlesinger is up and through. So Lancaster takes their first lead of the game, 14-13, with 1:42 to go in the first half. Credit the long snap there to the quarterback, Matt King.
I'm smiling because I'm going to have to make some phone calls and text messages after the game to find out how many quarterbacks have long snapped in a game for an extra point. That is going to be a very good conversation with some of my veteran NFL friends. I can't think of a time I've seen quarterback long snap. Great skill for King to have. Shows you his ability to play other sports, too. That's a hand-eye coordination type thing. He's a good baseball catcher, not surprised.
All four scores in this second quarter. Jamestown and Lancaster going back and forth. A one-point ball game nearing the midway point of this Week 3 divisional battle, the first league game of the year for Jamestown. After splitting their non-league slate to start the year with a win against Will North and a loss at St. Joe's last weekend. This, the first of three really tough games for Jamestown, and they find themselves on the wrong side of the scoreboard for the first time tonight, trailing 14-13. The Denny's kickoff is a squib from Lancaster left to right, out of bounds on the right sideline at the 26-yard line, and this will give Jamestown good field position at their own 40.
And Lancaster has the number one thing when you score that touchdown now, you have to end the half. Do not let Jamestown get any more points, or else you really didn't do yourself a service by scoring that touchdown.
Only question here is, will Tom Langworthy take the yardage or have Lancaster kick again here? The offense is on the field along with Jackson Gray, the quarterback, so it seems as though Jamestown will take the ball. Yes, 1st and 10 at their own 35.
One timeout looks like Jamestown has in this half, so this has got to be they got to be smart and calculated on these plays.
Again, Lancaster, who won the coin toss, will get the ball to start the second half. A crucial drive for Jamestown before the half. Jackson Gray hasn't aired it out too much tonight. Handoff Bonta left side, breaks through the defensive line. He gets about 8 yards on the ground. A machine is Chase Bonta at getting a handful every time he touched the ball.
No, and that's, you know, we joke and laugh about it or say it like it's easy. It's not easy. What they're doing up front is grown man. They're moving men. They're creating holes, and Bonta finishes runs.
He's following the guards, Joey Perry and Eli DeLeon, every play. This one, again, he follows Perry as Bonta gets the give on 2nd and short and picks up the first down approaching midfield. 1:13 to go in the first half. First and 10 for Jamestown at their own 49.
I keep thinking you have to throw the ball, but I guess you don't if you're going to get 8 to 10 yards every time you give a give to Bonta. But, you know, with one timeout, clock moving.
Gray in the gun. Drops back to pass. Pump fakes once. Throws a wobbly pass out of bounds toward his sideline nearest us, intended for Jericho Thagard. Chase Sagliani came back in coverage.
And nice job to not throw that ball by Jackson Gray, because Chase Sagliani was biting on that. It was a little hitch. He was going to jump that.
Jackson Gray, the starting quarterback for Jamestown's JV team last year as a freshman, tied with Lancaster 19-19. He says he's dying to beat him. Handoff Bonta, left side, beats 2 tacklers across the 40. He's thrown down at the 35-yard line. It takes a host of legends to bring Bonta down. Under a minute to go in the first half. First down, Jamestown, and they're moving with pace. At the Lancaster 34-yard line, 1st and 10. Gray in the gun. Bonta to his left, 3 receivers to the right. Handoff Bonta right into the defensive line. Kopaz is there with Klinger. No gain.
Much needed by Kopaz to find a way to stop the bleeding right on the line of scrimmage. No gain. Now you got to make Jackson Gray make a play right now.
For everybody at this point, it's look at the clock, look at the field. Look at the clock, it says under 30 seconds to go. At the field, it's 2nd and 10. Gray drops back, looks to air it out. Left side, he's got Thagard. It is picked off in the end zone. Ryan Hartwig picks it off. Return up the left side. He brings it out of the end zone to the 20, and he's tackled there. A huge interception for Ryan Hartwig, the junior's 3rd of the season, and Lancaster ends the chance of scoring for Jamestown in 1 play.
Hartwig did exactly what he did as a receiver. High pointed the ball. He tracked it well as a safety. Got a jump. The ball hung in the air. Jackson Gray took a shot. Nice job to track it and turn the ball over. Hartwig is a player. He's making tackles on Bonta, picks in the secondary, catches on offense. Ryan Hartwig, athlete.
Ryan Hartwig was on varsity basketball for Lancaster as a freshman. He looked like he was going up for a jump ball there.
Well said. He is athletic, and he's making plays.
1st and 10 for Lancaster, and they might try something here. They've got 3 timeouts with 12 seconds to go in the half. With King, who's got a rocket for an arm. He drops back to pass. He does rocket it down the middle of the field. It's incomplete. Streaking down the center of the field was Everett Fix. 7 seconds to go in the first half. Lancaster up 14-13. At this point, you may as well take a knee, right?
No. I'd go ahead and try it again. And same thing, but you tell the quarterback, don't necessarily overthrow it. Make it a jump ball. Get a PI if you can to extend the drive if you want. I like that first down. I like that aggression right there. Go ahead and take a shot.
They line up like they might do it again. 2nd down and 10 from the 20. This time it's a give to Ahern up the middle, across the 25 to the 28, and the first half winds down. Lancaster erases a 7-0 deficit. They take a 14-13 lead into halftime thanks to a blocked extra point off a Jamestown touchdown. Bonta, 2 scores in the first half, a pick to end it, and this is one heck of a ball game at halftime. We invite you to stick around and join us for the halftime show presented by SEI. More information at SEIC.com. We'll have scoring updates from around Western New York in week 3, recap this first half, and Jim's film breakdown. We'll have that as well, all coming up on the other side of this break. You're listening to and watching Friday Night Lights on BTPM, presented by Villa Maria College.
Visit Villa Maria College and discover what it means to be a Viking. Come see the energy, teamwork, and pride that makes the Villa Vikings unstoppable. Schedule your tour at visit.villa.edu.
I want to talk to you about the monstrous mythological salamander from antiquity. What does that have to do with civics? Bear with me. Hey people, Corey here with Compact Civics. In 1812, Massachusetts Governor Elbridge Gerry and his party, the Democratic Republicans, hated the other party, the Federalists. Back then, voting districts were determined by the boundaries of a county. Jerry and his buddies took advantage of a loophole that gave them the power to draw up new district lines in favor of their party. The Federalists mocked the most egregious district by illustrating it as a monstrous salamander and tossed Jerry's name on it, and thus gerrymandering was born. This practice became wildly popular throughout history. It undermines voter power and impedes democracy by cherry-picking voters for a desired outcome. Thankfully, it was challenged in 2023 in New York State, and lines had to be redrawn. Next time, we'll talk about how gerrymandering makes representation unfair and directly impacts you.
She said this, well, he said that. The truth will come out.
Wondering what the buzz is? What's the hot goss? Whatever it is, we're talking about it on Group Chat, your weekly connection to the unpredictable, weird, and wonderful world of pop culture, from film, theater to food, blockbusters, and beyond. Every week with Tiffany Bentley and her revolving panel of pop culture enthusiasts. Listen to Group Chat on Fridays at 10 a.m. and Saturdays at noon on BTPM NPR.
I'm very excited.
Support for Buffalo Toronto Public Media's Friday Night Lights comes from our members and from Mr. Goodbar, your Elmwood Avenue home for football and more food, beverage, and atmosphere. At 1110 Elmwood Avenue in Buffalo, Mr. Goodbar, home of DJ Crespo's away game viewing parties.
I don't know a greater teacher than history.
Film is a powerful teaching tool.
We bring to life what the country sounded like.
These are the times that try men's souls.
No suffering which Britain can inflict will reduce America to submission.
You begin to have a visceral sense of what happened, and all of a sudden you realize they're real people. PBS reaches every classroom in the country, from elementary to middle to high school to college.
Every school kid in America can hopefully find something in this history that relates to them. The films live on in the classroom, and it inspires conversation. We want them to know history, to understand the present moment, and how to try to make the future brighter.
The marching band set to perform at halftime at Strider Field, one of the best marching band programs in New York State. We're in for a treat. And already we have been in for a treat on the football field tonight. 14-13, Lancaster leads Jamestown through one half of play. Welcome in to the halftime show brought to you by SEI. More information at SEIC.com. Jack Kreuzer and Jim Monis with you for Friday Night Lights on BTPM. Well, that first half back and forth scoring, but plenty of defense. No score in the first quarter, and then bam, 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 score, nonstop score in that second quarter. What was the difference between the first quarter and second?
It seemed that they were feeling each other out sometimes. You know, you get your first two drives, see how everybody's playing it. Then all of a sudden that second quarter, everybody got a little comfortable. It almost was like that drop touchdown sparked everybody. It kind of loosened everybody up. People started making plays after that. Both quarterbacks got comfortable. King's certainly more comfortable right now, but the way Jamestown's running the ball has been impressive with both Bonta and Richards.
Alaric Richards, certainly a standout in that first half. Hasn't gotten on the scoreboard necessarily, but I would go as far as to say I don't think Jamestown's offense works without Alaric Richards so far tonight.
Certainly takes a little pressure off Bonta, and you could say the same for Ryan Hartwig right now. His presence tonight has been huge on both sides of the ball. Guys we didn't necessarily talk about in keys to the game, Richards and Hartwig making their presence felt.
We will step aside as we send you to our across campus and scholar athlete players of the week from Lancaster and Jamestown. More on the SEI halftime show after this.
This week's Across Campus Player of the Week from Lancaster is Declan Sangbush. Declan is a high honor roll student athlete who has earned the Presidential Award for Academics. Ranked 23rd in his class, he participates in several AP classes, is a member of the National Honor Society, Math Honor Society, Science Honor Society, and Business Honor Society, as well as currently serving as the president of the Academy of Finance. Declan is a 4-year varsity soccer player, 2-year team captain, while earning Western New York and ECIC 1 first team honors. Declan set the program record for most assists in a single season in 2024. Our across-campus player of the week from Jamestown is Abby Brandow. As captain of Jamestown's girls soccer team, Abby leads with positivity, resilience, and dedication. She balances 5 AP classes, marching band, and a serving job while giving the best to her soccer team. Abby has an ability to inspire teammates and manage challenges, making her a role model to the entire Jamestown community. Our scholar athlete for Lancaster is quarterback Matt King. Matt has been on the high honor roll all throughout high school. He has been selected as a scholar athlete for football and baseball while maintaining a 4.0 GPA. He also takes numerous AP courses. Matt was selected as a Connolly Cup nominee for his outstanding performance on the gridiron versus Orchard Park in Week 2. Our scholar athlete from Jamestown is center Gavin Ford. Gavin is a member of the National Honor Society and has a 91% grade point average while challenging himself in advanced placement classes at Jamestown. Gavin is in the top 10% of his class and is well respected by teachers, staff, and his peers. Gavin is a 2-year starter at center and has been a key member of the Jamestown Red and Green's success the past 2 seasons.
Visit Villa Maria College and discover what it means to be a Viking. Come see the energy, teamwork, and pride that makes the Villa Vikings unstoppable. Schedule your tour at visit.villa.edu.
What if your spare change could help protect the public media you love? When you link your Visa or MasterCard at btpm.roundforgood.com, your everyday purchases are rounded up to the nearest dollar. At the end of the month, that change becomes one simple donation to Buffalo Toronto Public Media, fueling public media and strengthening our community. One cup of coffee, one grocery run, one roundup at a time. You're in control. Pause or cancel anytime. It's simple. It adds up. Small change, big impact.
Listen to BTPM NPR wherever you are on the BTPM Listen app. Find it in the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store.
Support for Buffalo Toronto Public Media's Friday Night Lights comes from our members and from Mr. Goodbar, your Elmwood Avenue home for football and more food, beverage, and atmosphere. At 1110 Elmwood Avenue in Buffalo, Mr. Goodbar, home of DJ Crespo's away game viewing parties.
Listen to Buffalo Toronto Public Media The Bridge wherever you are. Search for the BTPM Listen app on all your devices.
Catch up on the latest from Buffalo Toronto Public Media on our YouTube channel. While you're there, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an update.
Halftime at Strider Field, presented by SEI. More information at SEIC.com. 14-13, Lancaster leads Jamestown on BTPM's Friday Night Lights. Jack Kreuzer and Jim Monis with you. Welcome back to the Villa Maria College broadcast booth. New York's home for cutting-edge majors and unmatched support. A lot of support on the football field tonight, Jim, from both sides' offensive lines. Matt King has had plenty of time to throw for Lancaster, and Jamestown's offensive line moving bodies 5 yards at a time in their run game.
I mentioned Isaiah Washington on that one touchdown. Isaiah Washington, I should say. The way he sealed off, and you mentioned how they have that senior leadership. It shows. They are automatically, Jamestown I'm talking about, getting 5 yards, 10 yards a rush, it seems like, by just giving the ball in straight gives and dives. These aren't like some counter move. These aren't big-time run plays. They're just going straight ahead and using their power.
Whether it's Bonta or Richards, it was Chase Bonta who opened the scoring in the second quarter after a stalemate of a quick-moving first quarter. There were only 3 possessions in the first quarter, both teams taking their time, converting on fourth downs, both getting stopped on fourth downs. Second quarter is when the scoring broke free with Chase Bonta capitalizing on a 1-yard rushing touchdown for a 7-0 lead for Jamestown. The next drive for Lancaster, Danny Ahern caps off a big drive for the Legends, a 2-yard rushing score, tied at 7 after that extra point. Then a few minutes later, Jamestown's Chase Bonta, a 1-yard rushing touchdown, the extra point blocked. However, a 13-7 lead for Jamestown. Then in the final 2 minutes of the first half, Lancaster with Matt King converting on a couple of deep passes down the field in that first half, capped off that drive with an 8-yard passing touchdown to Everett Fix. The extra point kick good from Christian Schlesinger, and that gives Lancaster their first lead of the game, 14-13. Let's get to your objectives, Jim, for tonight. Lancaster's first objective, let's get a grade for it, force third and long.
Probably a B. They have done it. It's just Jamestown's answering the bell.
Second objective, Ahern aid on offense.
I like what I'm seeing from Ahern. He has given them some other help for King.
Perhaps an A for Ahern aid.
So far, so good.
And the third key for Lancaster tonight, find Jericho Thaggart defensively.
And that's what, and they will. They're going to have to start finding a way to get him the ball, to get him loose.
For Jamestown, their objectives, number one, grind it out. How are they doing?
I think they're doing pretty well, would you say? I mean, it doesn't matter who they give the ball to, but they are going to run the ball.
Second key, finish drives. They've done it twice.
Love it. When they're getting in there, it is constantly getting into the end zone. No field goals. Don't mention it.
And they're not getting cute either. It's trusting their guy in Chase Bonta, who's got 2 rushing touchdowns so far. The third key for Jamestown tonight, spy Matt King.
Yeah, we thought there would be a way to keep Matt King in the pocket, and they've done a nice job. He hasn't had explosive runs. He's trying to they have a couple design runs, but haven't really been successful. So Jamestown, I think, is hitting their objectives pretty well.
Is there any objective you would add for either team now that you've seen the first half wind down?
Yeah, find where Hartwig is. The guy is a playmaker on both sides of the ball right now. So he's a player I don't know if I knew how good he was. He's making an impact on this game.
There are your objectives for Lancaster and Jamestown. 14-13, the lead for the Legends through one half of play. We will step aside after Jim's film breakdown as we get a look at Chase Bonta and Matt King and hear Jim tell you what makes those two so special.
This is our Week 3 film breakdown of Lancaster and Jamestown. First for Jamestown, running back linebacker Chase Bonta jumps off the film with his power and violence. I love the way he attacks the line of scrimmage, hits the seam, and carries players for extra yards. On defense, he reads his keys quickly, shoots the gap, wrap tackle it, will get guys down quickly, does not give up extra yards. Chase Bonta, when I watch you, it's hard not to think you compare to 1996 Mike Allstat out of Purdue, but he was pure power. That's Chase Bonta. Next up is Lancaster quarterback Matt King. King's pocket presence is obvious when you see him standing tall and delivering the ball on time with accuracy. But he moves around well in the pocket for a big man, can dump it off with accuracy so the players can run after the catch and make plays. But then he can beat you with his legs. As soon as you think you have everything covered, King can gain tough yards, extra yards even, carrying players for yards. He's a big play runner. He has speed. Matt King, your comparison is former first-round pick from Memphis, Paxton Lynch.
Paxton Lynch. That's a pull.
I had to pull one out. Both were little pulls. Mike Allstott, 1996 second-round pick. That's when fullbacks and one-backs were big. But Bonta's a straight shot.
This is our Week 3 film breakdown.
So it's interesting. I like your film breakdown so far. How do you feel?
I like him too. I mean, Paxton Lynch was another guy we spent a lot of time with when I was with the Bills, who was a first-round type talent. Didn't necessarily have some of the other things you look for in a first-round quarterback. That's why he didn't make it. But I want people to understand these players they do remind me of people. I'm not making it up. I mean, Bonta's style is like Mike Allstott's was, straight ahead pounding, one back, fullback, linebacker. And Paxton Lynch was a tall quarterback with a big arm who could run. And that's what King is doing and showing.
We'll look to get you some scoring updates from around Western New York on the other side of this promo break. You're tuning in to the Friday Night Lights broadcast, one of the most anticipated games of the regular season. The rematch of the Class AA Sectional Championship. Jamestown looking to snap Lancaster's 9-game win streak over the red and green. We'll see if Jamestown can get a stop to start the second half, as Lancaster will receive the kick when we return for the second half on Friday Night Lights, presented by Villa Maria College. This has been the SEI Halftime Show. More information at SEIC.com. Second half between Lancaster and Jamestown. The Legends lead 14-13 after this.
Support for Friday Night Lights comes from our members and from SEI. SEI proudly supports the WNED Foundation, connecting communities through the Friday Night Lights tradition. More information at SEIC.com.
BTPM NPR's Disabilities Beat promotes awareness and inclusivity, amplifies underrepresented voices, and holds corporations and governments accountable.
What assurance can you offer consumers that these problems won't repeat in New York, and what accountability measures do you have in place?
Hear reports from the Disabilities Beat, hosted by Emily Watkins, every Wednesday on BTPM NPR during Morning Edition and All Things Considered. The BTPM Disabilities Beat is funded in part by the Peter and Elizabeth Tower Foundation.
Coming in September to PBS Kids.
Our family loves to look for weather. There's so much we want to know. Weather hunters. That's us, weather hunters. Let's go. Around the world, around the corner. Our adventure's just begun. Could be cloudy, could be sunny.
The kids, the forecast calls for fun.
Whatever the weather, we're in it together. Weather Hunters.
Watch Weather Hunters, premiering September 8th. Check local listings for times.
Will or estate plan speaks volumes about your hopes and dreams for the future. It also ensures that what you've worked a lifetime for is distributed according to your wishes. As Buffalo Toronto Public Media looks to our future, we would be honored to share your legacy and ensure that quality public broadcasting is here for future generations. Please contact me, Lisa Latrovato, at 716-845-7031 for more information.
Support for Buffalo Toronto Public Media's Friday Night Lights comes from our members and from Mr. Goodbar, your Elmwood Avenue home for football and more food, beverage, and atmosphere. At 1110 Elmwood Avenue in Buffalo, Mr. Goodbar, home of DJ Crespo's away game viewing parties.
Final segment on the SEI halftime show, SEIC.com. More information there. 14-13, Lancaster leads Jamestown at halftime at Strider Field. Teams back on the field, stretching out now. We got to look around the Western New York scoreboard. We've got some terrific games so far as we enter the second half around Western New York. Some scores out of town brought to you by Buffalo and Erie County Public Library. Profoundly Public. West Seneca West leads Clarence 21-7 at the home of the Red Devils in the third quarter. Health Sciences leads Grand Island 14-0 at halftime. That game at Coyer Field. We do not have an update from South Park and Will South just yet, but we do have one down south in Class C. Salamanca leads CSP 14-13 at halftime in a battle between two teams that were at the state championships last year. CSP moves up from D to C this year. That a heavyweight clash in the Southern Tier. Along with this one, talk about North Towns versus South Towns. Wilson versus Gowanda Pine Valley in Class D. And the Lakemen lead 35-14 at halftime. An exciting game in Class D. We saw Carter Capozzi play in the preseason. We went to see them practice. The quarterback with Gowanda is terrific. And for Wilson, who is a mostly senior-led team this year, if they can beat Gowanda Pine Valley, that says a lot about the Lakemen.
35 at half. There has to be more to the story.
Mm-hmm. We'll try to figure that out by next week. Those are your scores around Western New York, brought to you by the Buffalo and Erie County Public Library. Profoundly Public. Well, this first half was a tale of two quarters. The first quarter was all defense. Both sides, both teams running the ball a ton. I think a little more running from Lancaster than I expected in the opening quarter. But they started with the hurry-up offense as they did for the second half of their first 2 weeks. You flash back to week 1 against McKinley. They're down 15 points late in the fourth quarter. And then you go last week against Orchard Park. They're up by 2 in the fourth quarter. But the hurry-up offense is what got them to pull away in both of those games. They come out the gates with that. And Lancaster finds a way to get a 1-point lead by halftime.
This first drive, I can't wait to see, because Lancaster's coming out of this with a chance to really get this game back in their control. Hardwig has been their guy, but can they get Aiden Banks involved? Can they get Ryan Smith involved, who they've tried to take some of the pressure off Matt King and Ahern right now?
This first drive for Lancaster coming up after the Denny's kickoff. Denny's, America's Diner, is always open. Jamestown will kick off from right to left from their own 40. I think a part of the game at the high school level that is still alive, the surprise onside kick. They haven't taken that away from us yet, Jim.
High school level, I have a Super Bowl ring because of that onside kick to the New Orleans Saints, so don't tell me. Go ahead and do it.
That's one of the things I don't like about the NFL now. You have to declare the onside kick. It takes it away from the game.
Yeah, that kickoff rule is a little shit. I'm with you on that.
It's iffy, if nothing else. Evan Maloney to kick off. Could it be onside? We'll see. These coaches always have some trickery up their sleeves. This one just a high kick. Usually kick to about the 20-yard line off the foot of a Lancaster legend. The ball's out at the 25. Jamestown slid in after it, but it seems as though Lancaster fell on it, and that they did. Luckily, Cole Urban, the up man, tight end linebacker, was there to fall on the football at the 27. Lancaster almost disastrous, but they get the ball.
Tricky kick. Communication needs to happen there to avoid almost disaster right there for Lancaster.
So the Legends with a 1-point lead to start the second half from Jamestown, New York, leading 14-13, start at their own 27-yard line. King throws a screen to the far side, caught immediately there. There goes Smith, jukes past two defenders, gets past another at the line to gain, across the 40, out of bounds into his bench area at the 45. Right away, Ryan Smith with a touch on the first play of the second half and a gain of 15.
Right on cue, we could see them trying to mix in Smith somehow, some way. They go back at halftime, have a good discussion with their coaches, and find a way to get them the ball in the first play, and you see the results.
First down and 10 for Lancaster at their own 45. King in the gun. Handoff Ahern, left side, charges forward. He's taken down. Cologne Hodgkin wrapped him up down low, and then the linebacker Lou Diaz came in to clean up the tackle, but a gain of 9 for Ahern. That's a little more what Coach Eric Rupp is looking for out of the running game from Lancaster.
Certainly, and coming out of the half, you couldn't be happier with the first couple plays.
Second down, 1 to go. It's a handoff right side. Ahern gets past the first wave, falls forward, and has the first down near the Jamestown 40-yard line. This is the 100th game for Coach Eric Rupp and the Lancaster Legends under his tenure. Coach Rupp, an 84-15 record through 99 games coaching, 9 straight sectional title game appearances. He hasn't missed Highmark Stadium once, and that goes back to his sophomore year of high school in 1999. First and 10 at the 41. High snap, King has it. Throw to the far side, Smith gets past another defender and another. Cut to the middle, spins off a tackler to the 30. He is down. 3 defenders miss the silky Ryan Smith, who picks up a first down for the Legends.
And a high snap actually almost caused that play to be blown up. Great job by King to get the ball and get rid of it. And Smith is a playmaker with the ball in his hands. Has some Cordero Patterson from Tennessee in my vision when he runs the ball. Tall, high cut, straight ahead, fast, explosive.
First and 10 for Lancaster. Certainly a nice weapon to have for Eric Rupp. Ryan Smith, this fake of the give to Tubner. It's a keeper for Matt King. Gets to the 25, a gain of 5 before he dodges one tackler and goes down himself. A pickup of 5. This third quarter just underway. Lancaster looking to add on to their 1-point lead, up 14-13, approaching the red zone.
Santiago Silva's back in at center since that injury, and he's been doing a nice job watching him inside finishing, getting to the second level finishing.
High snap again. King handles it. Handoff Ahern, left side. Pushes the bodies forward. Bonta is dragged behind as Ahern keeps charging forward. Oh, what a run there for Danny Ahern, the third-year varsity running back.
And welcome to the party, Ahern, tonight. This was big. They needed him tonight, and he's showing up in the second half big time. This drive is impressive right now. A lot of different guys getting involved.
First down, Lancaster. King in the gun, in the red zone. It's a keeper. King has some space, and he has a touchdown. Matt King wheels for days, and he lets you know about it. The Legends take a 7-point lead on their first drive of the second half.
King showing the straight-ahead running style and speed to finish, like we talked about. Every player contributed. That was a whipping. That's what you come calling out of the half. And putting your dominance on the field right away.
9:40 to go in the third quarter. Christian Schlesinger to kick for the Legends. Snap good, and a flag, though, as the kick was off the upright, no good, but the whistle blew well before the kick of Christian Schlesinger.
Just so impressive by Coach Rupp and his staff to finish the first half like they did and come out the second half like this. We talk about this middle eight. People might not know what we're talking about. We try to talk about it every.
So an offside call against Jamestown and a chance for Lancaster to go for 2 and make this a 2-possession lead is huge.
I find this huge as well. This is interesting.
I was going to ask you before the extra point if they should have went for 2 anyway, make it a two-possession game.
Remember who you're asking. Remember who you're asking.
You're Dan Campbell of Western New York.
I'm always going for 2, and I'm never punting.
Well, Lancaster will go for 2. High snap over the head of King. He has to backtrack to get it, and he's swarmed by red uniforms of Jamestown. No extra point and a little celebration from Isaiah Watson after the play, as this remains a 7-point game. 2 extra point attempts, 1 for either team, go for naught. We're back to an even ground game. 20-13, Lancaster with a 7-point lead with 9:40 to go in the third quarter. The score brought to you by Mr. Goodbar, your home for away games on Elmwood Avenue.
The snaps are high is how we're describing them, but they're almost like pop-ups. Think of a pop-up coming out. It's just going straight up in the air, and it's so slow that it's messing up the operation.
It's a great point. Although Matt King able to track them because he's a catcher. He's used to the foul tip, looking up, where's the ball? So avoiding a fumble recovered there by Jamestown, perhaps 2 points returned the other way. Matt King able to track it well. He didn't have to pop the helmet off on the gridiron, though.
Matt King playing all positions tonight. Long snapper, quarterback. He's making high catches at quarterback on bad snaps. He's showing all his athleticism.
The Denny's kickoff brought to you by Denny's. America's Diner is always open. Schlesinger's kick, a squib right up the middle. Takes a couple of hops toward the chest of Bonta. He scoops it up at the 20. Gets to the left side past one tackler. Then he cuts back to the middle where he is met by a bunch of legends who bring him down. Most notably was Josh Okiki, the sophomore tight end linebacker who makes the special teams tackle. 1st and 10 for Jamestown. They start their first drive of the second half at their own 30-yard line. Make it the 28.
Now, it's obviously you always want to score, but I don't think they have to get in the end zone here, but you do need to put together some type of drive just to show that you're fighting too. You can't come out here and 3 and out. The momentum has totally swung right now.
Tom Langworthy and Eric Rupp head-to-head. The chess match has been terrific for the last decade. Coach Langworthy is itching to beat Lancaster. He hasn't beat the Legends in their last 9 meetings. That comes after he dominated the Legends for about a decade in the 90s before he took the job in the early 2000s when it was about back and forth for a good 10-year span. Overall, 32-24, the all-time series lead for Jamestown over Lancaster. But again, 10 straight for Lancaster since 2015. 1st and 10 for Jamestown at their own 28-yard line.
You always feel like if you just give Bonta the ball, you got 5, maybe 10 yards every time. It seems like you need him more than ever on this drive to get something going, just to slow down Lancaster right now. Keep King on the sideline, get this momentum back, swing back and show that you are still fighting. Here we go.
1st and 10 at the 28. We haven't seen Jackson Grayo under center once. He takes the shotgun snap, handoff left side. Alaric Richards to the 30, toward the sideline, out of bounds, chased out by Josh Okiki, the outside linebacker. Back-to-back nice plays.
Okiki showed up in the first half, and he's shown up again in the second half. For a young player, he is all over the field. He has range and good speed to cover ground. I like the way he's finishing his tackles tonight. Young player that can get bigger and stronger.
Gain of just 1 for Alaric Richards, the freshman. Now Chase Bonta on the left hip moves behind Gray by 2 yards. 3 receivers to the right for 2nd and 9. Fake of the give, throw to the right side. Sanchez couldn't hang on to it, scoops it up, and then he gets rocked. Kopez came over. A few Legends came over to the line of scrimmage to take down Sanchez. Braden Klinger, one of them as well. That pass ruled incomplete to bring up 3rd and 9.
That's why it's easier just to catch the ball when it's thrown to you. You drop it and you see what happens. It gets crazy, you get beat up, thrown around, all for an incomplete pass anyway. Just catch the ball and see what you can get. Tough one, though.
You can't fault the Lancaster defenders either. They don't know necessarily.
No, they were
what the
doing
call
it
will
right.
be.
No, you kept as offense. Sanchez, just catch the ball.
3rd down and 9. Big play for Jamestown here. 8:50 to go in the 3rd quarter. Gray to throw, swing pass right side. Bonta met in the backfield, stays on his feet, springs to the left side of the line of scrimmage where he goes nowhere. Justin Tubner, the D tackle, makes the play behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 to bring up 4th and long for the red and green.
And they did it. There, the Lancaster forced the 3rd and long and got what they wanted. Not comfortable. Great swarm by the defense. Coach Cawley's defense is swarming tonight for Lancaster.
The defensive backs coach for the Lancaster Legends, newly hired this year, Pat Cawley. 4th down, 11 to go at the 28. The punt just gotten away for Jamestown and Drew Bloomquist, but it's a high punt that lands on their own side of the 45. Lancaster will get incredible field position at the Jamestown 44.
Just go for it. I'm not crazy when I say it. That punt did nothing. Just go for it. Take a shot down the field.
You hate old school football, huh?
Oh, I love running the ball. I love defense. I love hitting. I don't
the
like
field position game.
I've just never been into punting and never been into field goals.
Wow. We should watch the Memphis Showboats this spring and see if they can see if they punt.
Well, we
once.
didn't win many games, so maybe we need to revisit.
1st and 10 for Lancaster. It's Tubner with the give. Stiff arm of one tackler in the backfield. He breaks free to the far side, moving more laterally than he was north and south. Tubner gets out of bounds as he nearly ran over his head coach Eric Rupp on the far sideline. It's a gain of a couple to bring up 2nd and long.
And we keep talking about multiple players being involved. Another running back getting a ball. I mean, they are spreading it out right now. They're feeling themselves. This is when the offense is clicking. Jamestown's in trouble.
Interesting, though. Tubner, I thought, a little more downhill back. There he stretches out to the left. 2nd and 9. King wants to throw, rolls to his right, throws on the run. It's caught by Fix at the near numbers at the 40. He's wrapped up at the ankles and taken down by Josiah Cruz. A gain of 5 and an injured Lancaster Legend back at their own 45-yard line. And it's Gavin Smith, the left guard, who's reeling in pain behind the play. A timeout on the field with 7:16 to go in the 3rd quarter of play. Well, we've seen the two-way player Chase Bonta make plays all over the field at running back and at linebacker. Well, a funny connection that you had to him, Jim, is why he wears number 41. Let's roll the clip from Chase Bonta.
I'm a big fan of Alvin Kamara. Kind of always looked up to him ever since college days. And as soon as I figured out 6 was retired, number 41 was the next option.
Alvin Kamara, you know a thing or two about him.
So he came to New Orleans after I was with the Saints. I was with the Bills at the time, but obviously spent a lot of time scouting. We spent time. We were, he was in our draft process for the Buffalo Bills. Just a dynamic receiving running back. Kamara originally went to Alabama, ended up at Tennessee. Amazing, talented player. Good role model to have as a running back.
Do you see? I know it's hard to say comparisons between this high school senior and Alvin Kamara, but are there any from Chase Bonta?
Zero. But what I would say is, what I love about both players is they are dominant at their level. Where Kamara was a split-out route runner, get him the ball, he's going to run away from people, he's going to make you miss in space, he's also going to run you over, he can do it all. I'm pretty sure that their styles are different, but both effective.
So the left guard, Gavin Smith, taken out of the game for Lancaster. It's a 3rd down and 5 for the Legends. King keeps it. Left side, breaks through 2 tackles as he got past Alaric Richards and Drew Bloomquist. Eventually, he gets down to the 25-yard line. A 1st down for Lancaster thanks to King's legs.
Quarterback-type design counter with Cole Silvestri leading the way, pulling. Great job by the right tackle coming down. Matt King got right behind him. Straight-ahead runner with long strides and speed. King's effective.
In at left guard is number 58, Tyler Santiago for Lancaster. It's a screen to the far side. Ahern spins off one tackler, falls forward past the 20-yard line. It'll set up second and short for Lancaster. Moving quite easily in this second half. Ryan Smith on the play there. I beg your pardon.
They're finding ways to get Smith involved. You could tell at halftime they figured it out. They said, hey, we mixed him in a little bit in the first half, but it wasn't effective. How can we get him more effective?
Under 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. Lancaster already up 7. Dropped, snap, recovered. Ahern up the middle has the first down. Down to the 8-yard line. Lancaster knocking on the door at the stoop. 6:11 to go in the third quarter. The Legends looking to take the first 2-score lead of the game. They move quickly. First and goal for Lancaster at the 9. King handles the high snap, fakes the give, and then is tackled down low after moving forward. Lou Diaz came in to make the play for the Jamestown defense.
One of our favorite players on defense to watch. He's undersized, but you're going to see him all over trying his best to make plays. Big-time tackle at the line of scrimmage. He tackled King. Nice job.
Lancaster up 20-13 after scoring on their first drive of the second half. A 15-yard Matt King rushing touchdown. They went for 2. It was no good. Second down and goal with a 7-point lead for Lancaster at the 8. King rolls to his right, has some time thanks to the blocking of Silvestri, cuts back to the middle, wants to run at the 5, gets past the tackler, reaches out with the football toward the goal line. He is down shy at the 1.
King is extending the play, making plays with his legs, not forcing the ball, which I'm really impressed with. Sometimes you want to force that pass, get your touchdown pass. You know, you always want those stats. Discipline, get yards. Now finish in the end zone, no field goals, 2-down territory.
Lancaster faces third and goal at the 2. King in the gun, takes the high snap up the middle. He's got it on his feet. Matt King strides over the goal line. Touchdown Lancaster. A 2-score lead for the Legends in the third, their first of the game.
All talents on display right now for Matt King. He's running the ball, he's making throws, he's getting the ball to the right running backs, dealing with bad snaps. I mean, it's just been an operational masterpiece right now coming out of the second half.
Schlesinger lines up for the extra point for Lancaster in the end zone to our right. The snap good, the hold good, but the kick is wide and to the left. And so the score remains 26-13 for Lancaster.
And go for 2. Just eliminate it.
You make it sound so easy.
It is if you eliminate it. Then you can't say you were making a decision. You just say, just like sciences the first week, we just go for 2.
Yeah. Well, that's fair. Although we did see, even last night in a game around Western New York, a team that doesn't have a kicker wasn't able to kick. In week 1, McKinley lost to Lancaster because they had to go for 2 in overtime. They didn't get it. Lancaster's able to score and kick the extra point for an easy win.
Obviously, I'm being a little bit drastic with what I'm saying. Point is, if your kicker isn't automatic or you don't feel confident, why not? Why not put that into your scheme, your offense, weekly game plan? Hey, let's go for 2 this week. We're not kicking the ball well. Let's try something different.
4:52 to go in the third. 26-13, the lead for Lancaster over Jamestown. Your score brought to you by Mr. Goodbar, your home for away games on Elmwood Avenue. The kickoff from Schlesinger, a beauty into the back of the end zone on the Denny's kickoff. America's Diner is always open. Christian Schlesinger, a boom of a kickoff. That's a way to make up for the missed extra point.
I would say so. Was there some anger involved in that? He took that thing. You don't see that in high school. That was a big-time kick. Field position has, you know, is usually you're talking about starting around the 35-40. They're back here at the 20-yard line right now. Anytime you have to make Jamestown go 80 yards is huge. We know they want to grind it out. We know they're not looking to throw the ball deep.
1st and 10 for Jamestown. At their own 20. It's a handoff of Eric Richards. Right side, he is wrapped up. Oh, Lancaster gets everyone over to the football. Even Cole Nataro came over from defensive back just to clean up the tackle.
They're flying around. Flying around tonight, all as a team defense. I like the way they're getting to the ball.
Second down at the 25 with 5 yards to go for Jamestown's offense. Down 2 scores for the first time tonight. Looking to avenge their loss in the sectional championship a year ago. Jackson Gray, the hard count, nothing doing against Lancaster's defense. Gray in the gun with Alaric Richards on his left hip. 2 receivers either side. Hand off Richards up the middle. A burst of speed to the 30. He is hit hard up top as Tupner wrapped him up down low with Cole Urban near the line to gain at the 30. It'll be close. Al Fieser, the referee, takes a look at the spot on the near hashes. Looks like it'll be just shy for third down. And it is 3rd and 1 for Jamestown. 1 yard should be fairly simple to get with number 41 in the backfield for the first time this drive, Chase Bonta. 5 yards a carry, 5.5 yards a carry so far this season for Bonta. He gets the give on 3rd and 1, has the first down up the middle to the 35-yard line. Jim, at what point does the rushing attack for Jamestown become a negative in that they need to start working against the clock?
Not yet. They're still okay. I like what they're doing because I don't think Jackson Gray has quite shown he's ready to take this game over and take all the attempts needed to get them back in it. Stick to what got you here, run the ball, finish in the end zone, and you're right back in it.
First down and 10 at the 36-yard line for Jamestown. Gray takes the low snap, handoff Richards up the middle, has a few yards, gets about 5 to the 41. It's real simple for this Jamestown offensive line. What are you seeing from the 4 returning starters and then even the first-year starter, Andre Graham at right guard, move those bodies up front?
No, we've seen it all night. They constantly are getting to the second level. They climb to the linebackers as well. They're well coached. They keep looking for more.
2nd and 5, right side Bonta has the first down near the 50. He gets up to midfield and is tackled there. Jamestown now moving with pace.
Both teams have answered each other pretty well tonight. You know, this is necessary for Jamestown to keep this game good.
First down and 10 at the 50. Jamestown hasn't scored since the 3:14 mark of the second quarter. That was when they took a 13-7 lead. 3 straight Legends scores has them up 2 scores. Bonta, left side, gets hammered at the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a couple. Cole Urban has been everywhere for Lancaster's defense at interior linebacker. His helmet even popped off on that play, hit Bonta so hard.
Cole Urban, classic middle linebacker style tackle right there. That was a head-on collision with Bonta. Good on good. Good football play.
That's what they call teach tape, right?
Tackling. All that good stuff. What do they say? Kids out there watching, which I don't like. Yeah.
2nd down and 9. A throw from Gray right side into coverage. Nearly intercepted. It was just between the zone. Colton Schaefer couldn't come over to pick it off, but he was looking for Nate Sanchez down the seam of the right hashes, incomplete to bring up 3rd and long.
Schaefer at safety had a good beat on that coming over, trying to mess that play up on the seam. Gray would have had to really thread that thing in there, put it on him right away, kind of just let it a little bit. It wasn't going to be there.
Looks like the same play that they hit on last year at Lancaster when their then quarterback Gio Gonzalez hit Aiden Samuelson at Lancaster for a big second half touchdown, leaking down the field. When they ran, and then one pass they had to hit home on it. They don't there. Now facing 3rd and 9 at the Lancaster 49. Gray gives it. Richards left side, and the Lancaster defensive line pushes right back on the pile. Urban was there leading the way along with the defensive lineman Carson Sadowski, 5'8" junior D end.
And you just love that there's more guys getting involved. Like your names, they're putting in defensive players that are finding ways. Okiki was in on that too. They're swarming. Big time. I'm surprised Jamestown's punting here. I'm surprised they're punting.
4th down at 7. They're at least lined up to, and they may have to take a timeout here because Louis Diaz wasn't on the field in time, and Coach Langworthy has to. No, check that. Lancaster takes the timeout, and they may have just bailed Jamestown out there. I'm not sure if Coach Rupp knew that Louis Diaz wasn't on the field. They only had 10 out there, but regardless, it's a timeout from Lancaster, their first of the half. A minute 22 to go in the third quarter. Well, let's hear about this Lancaster defense, which has struggled stopping the run so far this season, allowing 350 rushing yards a game entering tonight through the first 2 weeks. When we spoke to Braden Klinger earlier this week, this is how he said they can improve their run stopping.
Definitely just every one of the ball, like relentless effort. That's what we kind of pound on. All 11 heads of the ball. I feel like if we all get there, we all can just make a play and get the tackle.
All 11 hats to the football, and that's what we've seen so far in the second half from Lancaster's defense.
No, it's right on cue. They're swarming tonight. They all caught on. The offense got on fire. The defense kind of fed off that with the energy.
Fourth down, 7 to go at the 47. Jamestown lines up to punt. Bloomquist boots it away with the right. To the 20-yard line, it is fielded by Hartwig up the far side to the 40. He just jets out of bounds as Louis Diaz was waiting for him, wanting to lay a hit on. He could not. So a nice punt there from Jamestown's from Bloomquist, Drew Bloomquist, that is. Now Lancaster takes over, leading by 2 scores. A great chance to put this game away, up 26-13.
That was a good job by Hartwig on the punt. You know, he fielded that. It was a line drive type punt. He caught it on the move and gained about 10 yards. So they have nice field position here to, like you said, put this thing away.
First and 10 for Lancaster at their own 39. It's a handoff right side. Ahern gets tripped up in the secondary as he got free across the 45. It is a gain of about 9, perhaps 10, near the yard to gain, right at midfield.
Good burst by Ahern. He hit that hole with authority, got what was given to him, got tripped up, luckily, or else that was going to be a bigger play.
Second down and 1 at the 48. Ahern remains the running back on the left hip of King. Final minute ticking away in the third quarter. Lancaster up 2 scores. Moving left to right across your radio dial. Hand off, Ahern jutes to the left as the first down. Across midfield, he gets to the 45 before Louis Diaz brings him down.
Nice play by Diaz. Shot the gap, wrapped up tackle. Good run by Ahern, though, to finish forward and gain the tough yards. I like the way they're getting Ahern mixed in tonight. It was really what we talked about. He's really shown his value to this offense right now. We know about the big plays. Ahern is needed.
Matt King has been in control all night for Lancaster. He was a big question mark entering this season as the final 25 seconds tick away in this third quarter. Lancaster looks like they won't snap it again. Matt King being so confident, cool, collected, whatever words you want to use to describe him so far tonight, that's been a huge help for the Legends.
And Coach Rupp spoke about how confident he was in King and his leadership and his toughness. And we see it tonight. He has this team in control. He doesn't panic in tough situations. I like the way he's handling the whole leadership role of quarterback.
That's the end of the third quarter, 26-13. The score in favor of Lancaster over Jamestown through 3 on Friday Night Lights, presented by Villa Maria College. We'll be back with the fourth quarter after this.
This is Chase Bonta from Jamestown. You're listening to Friday Night Lights on BTPM, NPR, WBFO, and WBFO HD1 Buffalo. WUBJ Jamestown, WOLN Olean, a service of Buffalo Toronto Public Media.
Visit Villa Maria College and discover what it means to be a Viking. Come see the energy, teamwork, and pride that makes the Villa Vikings unstoppable. Schedule your tour at visit.villa.edu.
Corey here with the Compact Civics Expansion Pack.
America is such a big, wide, awesome place, and to be able to see things that are representative of so many different places can be so important when brought to your tiny town.
Everybody is so kind and loving. I'm here in Buffalo just because of Stitch Buffalo,
where we explore gathering places and their role in civic life. From urban farms to rural fairs, we'll celebrate spaces that bring us together and create community.
A well-crafted will or estate plan speaks volumes about your hopes and dreams for the future. It also ensures that what you've worked a lifetime for is distributed according to your wishes.
First down and 10 for Lancaster at the 45 to start the fourth quarter. A run to the left with Ahern, minimal gain, if any, to bring up second and 10. Jack Kreuzer and Jim Monis with you for Friday Night Lights on BTPM NPR. BTPM Create. Thanks for joining us for Week 3 football action. Lancaster with a 26-13 lead over Jamestown to start this fourth quarter. Second and 10. King pump fake the pass, has plenty of room to run, takes off up the middle, gets beat up high, but he still falls forward for another couple of yards across the 40 to the 37-yard line. Third down and a couple as Bloomquist saves Jamestown's defense. It'll bring up third down and a couple.
King, as the runner, delivered the blow there. You don't always want your quarterback doing that, but King's style, his size at this level, I think he's safe the way he's running. I like it.
Third down, 3 to go at the 38 for Lancaster. This a must-have stop for Jamestown's defense, down 2 scores. High snap King, handoff Ahern to the middle, pushing forward. The offensive line of Lancaster pushes the bodies forward, and it may give them the first down. Ahern marked down near the 36-yard line. It'll come down to the spot. It's right near the yard to gain. It will be short. Fourth down and 1 for Lancaster. Again, gotta have it stop for the red and green.
You'd like to see go under center here with a tall quarterback and just get the first, but I get it. Shotgun's how you play. Same thing.
Coach Rupp yells the offensive play call across to the near hash. King claps his hands, takes the high snap, fake of the give, runs to his right. He's got the first down as he gets tripped up at the line of scrimmage. Lou Diaz wants the fourth down call, but he gets to the 35-yard line. And that will be a first down for Lancaster.
But that high snap almost caused the turnover on downs. Great job by King to get the snap, make a man miss, and get that first down. Very athletic play by King.
Santiago Silva in at center after he was shaken up in the first half. Yeah, the snaps have certainly been high pretty much all game.
It seems to be a common theme. King's he's going up to make it's just throwing off the operational time.
High snap again on first and 10. Throw to the right side. It's caught by Banks. Jukes to the middle. Cuts past one defender. Then he's wrapped up by Jericho Thagard. Taken down after a gain of a couple.
Good tackle by Thagard. Ready to get up there. Eliminate yards after the catch. I like that throw by King, though. High snap again, but got rid of it. Let Banks make a play with the ball in his hands. You can see his speed right away. So many playmakers on Lancaster.
Under 9.5 to go in the fourth quarter. The Legends face second down and 7 at the 32, and yeah, they're going to take their time.
Very smart.
Every play
Yep,
clock.
agree with Coach Rupp on this. I like it a lot. Came out of the half, got his points. Now let's control the game.
King in the gun, takes the snap, that one belt high, handoff left side, Ahern, stiff arm on Bonta, and he gets past him to the 31-yard line. It's just a gain of 2, but to shake off Chase Bonta is no easy task.
No, those two had a little head-on collision, little fight for 2 yards. Good play by both guys. Ahern is showing some real good toughness tonight. He wants the ball right now. He's feeling, you can tell when a player's feeling it, he's feeling it. Ryan Smith in the game, 23.
Smith split out wide to the left. The transfer from Timon on third down and 6 for Lancaster. King drops back to pass, takes a peek to the right. It's a screen pass to Ahern. He is wrapped up, but he breaks free from Diaz, gets across the 30 toward his bench area on the right sideline. He's taken down short of the yard to gain by Josiah Cruz. Cruz may have been shaken up on that play, along with Cole Anderson, as they both jog all the way across the field to the Jamestown sideline on this end.
I love the play call there. A little screen pass to Ahern. It was blocked. It should have been beautiful. Should have been a big play. Good job by the defense to make the blocks miss and get Ahern down before the first. We got fourth down now.
Anderson gets back on the field at defensive end for Jamestown. Fourth down, 3 to go at the 28. Banks in motion for Lancaster, and a jump on the defensive end spot for Jamestown as Hodgkin jumped at D tackle, and that is going to be a 5-yard offside penalty against Jamestown's defense and a free first down for the Legends.
gut punch. Those penalties just sting for days as a coach. You're going to sit there tonight and just wish we could have seen that play without the penalties. See if they could have changed the game.
First down and 10 at the 23 for Lancaster, looking to drain this clock down. Under 7.5 to go in the fourth quarter. Leading by 2 scores, 26-13. High snap King, handoff Ahern up the middle. He's met there by Eli De Leon and Isaiah Watson. This Jamestown defensive line giving it everything they have down the stretch. Joey Perry in there as well.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Second down and 10 for Lancaster, but the clock is officially the enemy of the red and green at Strider Field.
Boy, preparing for Lancaster moving forward is going to be a nightmare for coaches. With Ryan Smith getting sprinkled in now, you see Hartwig, and then obviously everybody else that's making plays, Ahern and Banks. It's just a loaded offense right now with the quarterback that makes it go.
2nd and 10, high snap, has to tip it to himself. He catches it and then runs forward for 3 yards. Third down, about 7 to go for Lancaster. Again, it feels like the turnover is imminent for Lancaster's offense as these high snaps are getting higher and higher every couple of snaps.
You always have something you want to work on after a game. This week we know what they need to work on, something just fundamental.
Third down, 7 to go for Lancaster. Again, facing long distance. At the Jamestown 21, King looks to his left. That's where Smith is lined up out wide. Takes the snap. Pump fakes over the middle. Getting pressured. Baits the one tackler. Has the first down with his legs up the right sideline. Down at the 12-yard line. Matt King just stiff-armed Cole Anderson. And a first down for Lancaster with under 6 minutes to go in the fourth. 1st and 10 inside the red zone.
That hurts as a defensive coordinator for Jamestown. You have the right play called. He tried to pump, tried to hit Smith deep, wasn't there, so he pumps it, keeps it, makes plays with his legs. You had the right defense called. King out-athleted you.
King in the gun once more. Lancaster letting the play clock get down under 5 seconds before they snap each play. Up 26-13. King in the gun for 1st and 10 at the Jamestown 12. Ahern, the running back behind him. It's a handoff to Ahern, left side, gets through the line, down to the 5. He's short at the 2-yard line. He gets taken down by Isaiah Watson. Lancaster earns a 1st and goal inside the 3. I'll check that. It'll be 2nd and an inch inside the 3.
No, they're pretty consistent right now. This thing just has to finish off in the end zone. Nice play by Watson. I like him as a two-way player. Good player. They're so disciplined. Coach Rupp, I love the discipline to run this clock. That's what you do. You throw to score, run, and bleed the clock to win.
King can't handle the high snap off his mask. The ball's free and scooped up by Jamestown. Across midfield goes the freshman, Alaric Richards. Recovers the fumble inside the Lancaster 35. Jamestown finds the turnover. Oh, it was a matter of time before the snaps came loose. It finally did. Just as the icing was taken out by the Legends, Jamestown says this cake is not fully baked. 4:32 to go in the fourth, and Jamestown is alive.
It's almost like they were listening to us. I mean, we weren't making it up. I mean, every call we're talking about the throwing off the operation and can this mess up the drive? It messed up the drive. It's the only thing that keeps Jamestown in the game right now are these high snaps.
And now Jamestown has the ball and some life. 1st and 10 at the Lancaster 40. And Bonta is looking to throw. Now he tucks it under his right arm and runs up the right numbers. Across the 25, he is down for a gain of 6. Now Jamestown has 3 timeouts to work with. 4:15 to go in the fourth quarter, down by 2 scores. They've got to score, and quickly.
You'd like to see it through the air, but it hasn't been their night. They haven't felt comfortable. No rhythm through the air. So why not feed the playmakers at this point? Bonta gets you 7 right away.
Chase Bonta Gets the handoff on 2nd and 4. He is hammered at the line of scrimmage at the 25. Not so easy to run the ball on Joe Nauber at interior linebacker.
Gang tackling all night for Lancaster.
3rd down, 5 to go at the 25-yard line. Jamestown looking to get into the red zone. Toward the end zone to our right. Handoff, Bonta, right side. Good blocking in front of him. Gets the first down and out of bounds before the 15-yard line. Intrigue late in the 4th at Strider Field. First down, Jamestown. 3:19 to go in the 4th quarter. The Legends of Lancaster lead 26-13. Jamestown has not scored since the 3:14 mark of the 2nd quarter. Bonta has both of their touchdowns, both rushing.
Still feel like something has to come through the air at some point.
1st and 10. Bonta met by Klinger, spins away from him, and another. Bonta cuts to the left side, and he's taken down from behind. Joe Nauber, another big play after Bonta somehow stayed up through 2 tackles. He's taken back for a loss of 3. 2nd down, 13 to go at the 21.
Looked like they were trying to do a pass, possibly a trick play maybe. They looked like they did one earlier too, and it wasn't there. Let the quarterback throw, let Bonta run. Let's get this thing going.
Here's a throw for Gray over the middle. It's caught by Sanchez at the 5. Trying to push forward to the goal line. He stopped, but a huge first down through the air. Jackson Gray finds Nate Sanchez.
Great job by Gray. Nice touch. Puts it in only the spot he can make the catch. But the play I love is Hartwig's tackle to save the touchdown. Let them earn this. Great job by Hartwig.
2:42 to go in the game. Jamestown down 2 scores. Bonta, the eye of the formation. Handoff to him, left side. He falls forward. No signal yet. The bodies get off the ground, and he's down at the 1. Clock continues to tick, under 2.5 to go in the 4th.
And that's why that tackle by Hartwig was big. Here we are. The clock is running. That was a great job. Make him get to 2nd down now.
Bonta gets the handoff up the middle. Tackled in the knees. He falls forward. And again, he's short of the end zone. The clock continues to run.
First defender shot right at his ankles to slow him down and almost take him off his feet. I think that's why he wasn't able to get it over the goal line.
3rd down and goal for Jamestown. They got to move quickly. Under 2 minutes to go in the 4th. Down 13 at the 1-yard line. 3rd and goal. Handoff. Bonta lowers the shoulder and dump trucks his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Chase Bonta's 3rd rushing score of the game makes it a 7-point ball game with 1:44 to go in the 4th.
All 3 timeouts. Comes down to the last possession. It's what every coach asks for. Give me a chance to win the game late in the 4th quarter. Jamestown's going to have to find a way to get the ball back, but 3 timeouts should help.
The extra point kick is up, and it is good from Evan Maloney. 6 points is the difference after the score from Bonta. 26-20, Lancaster leads Jamestown still just by 6. Your score brought to you by Mr. Goodbar, your home for away games on Elmwood Avenue.
Well, I'm happy for Jackson Gray. That was a big time. That's something he can build on as the season progresses. Big time play late in the 4th quarter. In your rivalry game, you delivered a strike down the seam. It wasn't maybe a velocity throw. He kind of put it right there. You were holding your breath, but made the play. Now if he gets the ball back, can he do it again? Now what I'm looking to see is, can King finish this out? The good quarterbacks don't give the ball back. Let's end this game with our...
If King even gets a chance, if the snap ends up in his hands. I'm just saying, that's the reason Jamestown just scored.
It is. It's the reason that their offense has really not been in a rhythm. There's yards been missed all night because of the delay catching the snap.
Jamestown takes a long time to break the huddle. around Tom Langworthy, their head coach of 18 years, who has a state championship ring from 2014 and 113 other victories in his career. Looking to pull off a miracle. Lancaster did it 2 weeks ago against McKinley in a non-league game at All-High Stadium in Buffalo. Down 15 with 4 minutes to go. They came back to win it in overtime. Jamestown's thinking, why not us? Taking a long time to set up for this Denny's kickoff, though. Perhaps some trickery here. Lancaster with 10 defenders lined up between their own 45 and the 50-yard line with one returner deep at the 20. Evan Maloney lined up to kick for the Denny's kickoff. Denny's, America's Diner, is always open. It's an onside kick up the middle. Loose ball at the 45 of Lancaster, and a scrum for it, and the officials have to dig out of the pile. 5 bodies are down on the ground. Still no signal, and it is a Lancaster football. The Legends come away with it. Hartwig was in the middle of it, along with Smith and Ahern. And Lancaster's Everett Fix may have been the one who came away with the football with 1:41 to go in the fourth quarter. 26-20. The Legends start the drive at their own 45. Jamestown, 3 timeouts to use defensively, and they've got to get a stop.
Yeah, I like that. You have 3 timeouts. Go for it. See what happens. It was a great kick. Gave you a chance. A little scrum in there. Hard to see who got it. The officials were all over it. They called it pretty quick.
First down and 10 at the 45. A fumble on the previous drive against Lancaster. Scooped up by the freshman Alaric Richards. May have been the turning point in this game. First and 10 at the 45. King fakes the give, throw to the far side. Hartwig, he breaks one tackle behind the line of scrimmage, gets a few yards up the far sideline, and remains in bounds at the 49. Timeout, Jamestown.
Once again, nice job by King. I like that they didn't come out and do a predictable run. Get the snap and get it to a playmaker right away. Same thing as a run. Nice tackle by Jamestown. Now use your timeouts.
And to his credit, a good snap there from Santiago Silva.
It was.
If we're going to call out the fumbles, we've got to praise the good snaps on the crucial situations. Well, Lancaster, at this point in the season, they just will wrap up back-to-back league games against tough opponents, Orchard Park and Jamestown tonight. If they can hang on to this win, they'll start 2-0 in league play. They've got Hutch Tech next week at home before heading to Lockport, then hosting Niagara Falls, then Bennett in week 7. And then, of course, the final rivalry game against Depew at Lancaster will be October 24th. That centuries-old rivalry coming to an end next year at Depew. This will be the final one at Lancaster in week 8. 93 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Second down, 8 to go at the 47 for Lancaster. King runs it himself, right side to the 50. He's met by a pile.
Quarterback power, smart. Don't mess with any handoffs. Don't mess with any throws right now. Get the ball, run. Let's gain yards. Make them use a timeout.
Timeout, Jamestown. They're second. They've got 1 remaining. So on the flip side, the Jamestown Red and Green, they started their season with back-to-back non-league games. They split them. At home, they beat Will North 38-7 before losing last week at St. Joe's 28-6. Then this is the heart of the AA schedule. Tonight against Lancaster, next week Saturday at Orchard Park, and then Friday, October 3rd, here at Strider Field against Bennett. Those 3 opponents back to back to back show whether Jackson Gray is ready to take command of the offense for Jamestown or not. He's got to be for these next 2 games.
No, and he will be. You only get better with experience, and you can see the talents there, but you just have to keep playing. You have to get more opportunities, more attempts. He's got that backfield. It's going to keep helping him. He just has to keep progressing.
Third down, 5 to go. A huge play here. Jamestown with 1 timeout remaining. 1:27 to go in the game. Lancaster up 26-20. Lancaster taking their time. King peeks his wristband on his left arm. And a whistle blows for a timeout. This likely to be called by Lancaster, and that it is. So Lancaster will have one timeout remaining, along with Jamestown. A minute 27 to go in the fourth. 26-20 the score. Lancaster up on Jamestown.
Well, you'd love to just get the ball, get the first down, and end this thing, and knee it out. You have 2 downs to do it. And you know the mentality right now for Coach Rupp. They do not want to give this ball back. And I don't think they need to. The way King's playing right now, you could snap it to him the next 2 plays and let him run the ball. Direct snaps.
We've got a terrific schedule upcoming for you, including next week, as we'll be down in the Southern Tier again. Newfane will take on Randolph in a Week 4 battle in Class D. Both teams started the season 2-0. Perhaps they will win this week, and we'll have a battle of undefeateds for the Class D clash next week, Friday at Randolph. But until then, it's a 3rd down and 5 at midfield for Lancaster. At the 50, snap for King, easy to handle. Left side, he bumps off one tackler. Plenty of tackles coming in. He skirts past another. Near sideline, he jukes back, and he loses about 7 yards as he's chased down by Jericho Thagard and Isaiah Watson, who get the tackle for loss and a timeout for Jamestown, their final of the game. After a loss of 6, it'll bring up 4th and 11 for Lancaster with a minute 19 to go in the 4th.
Frustrating because we talked about just snap it, do your quarterback power, get the ball, but you can't try to make something out of nothing. There was nothing there. King tried, kept running backwards. That's not his style. Sometimes it just get bad, gets the worst.
There's a whole lot of faith for the student section wearing black in the stands for Jamestown that packed one segment of the stands right near their team's 35-yard line in front of the cheerleaders. A lot of faith at this point. You have to imagine so many people in that crowd are playing Madden in their head. What would I do in this situation? What would you do, Jim? Do you punt this after, well, a not great punt earlier this game?
No, you already know I don't punt. But Madden has created, everybody has become a genius because of Madden.
Yes.
And everybody knows the score after the game. It's easy for us to sit here and say what we're going to call and what they should do.
26-20, Lancaster the lead, lined up to go for it, and flags fly before the snap. Al Feezer, the referee of the crew, will relay the call. And Jim, you're doing
12.
some counting here. Lancaster is 12 on the field.
Knew it, by the way. They threw the flag so fast before anything happened that they were waiting to see him break it. That hurt.
Does this impact your decision even more? Well, wait a second. They're marching this off. It's 12 against Jamestown.
That's yeah.
Okay, I thought it was 12 on Lancaster.
Yeah.
My apologies.
No, you're good.
So it's 5 yards for Lancaster. Brings them to 4th and 6 at their own 49. King lined up to punt, and he just gets it away in front of Bloomquist. It bounces into the hands of Jericho Thagard. Cuts from the near side all the way to the far numbers. At the 30, plenty of blocks for him to follow across midfield. Thagard breaks free from a tackle. Jericho Thagard has a convoy in the final minute of the 4th. Thagard down at the 1-yard line. Chased down by Aiden Banks of Lancaster, but Jamestown sets up for 1st and goal with a minute to go, down by 6. Are you kidding me?
No, there's no joking right now. It's why you say you just want to keep the ball, that's why. And you don't want to kick the ball to the playmaker. Kick it out of bounds, don't give it to the playmaker.
We were waiting for Thagard to have a huge play all game, and he has it in the final minute of the 4th. A punt return that goes about 80 yards from one end of the field to the other, and credit the blocking of Jamestown as well. Jamestown, 1st and goal at the 1, down by 6. Handoff up the middle, touchdown! Chase Bonta's 4th of the game ties the game at 26 with 53 seconds to go.
The silence is for Coach Rupp. It hurts, it hurts, it hurts. He's going to think about it for a long time.
Now this is no guarantee. Maloney out, the senior kicker, Evan Maloney, to give Jamestown the lead. Tied at 26. His kick with the wind in the end zone to our right is a low one, but it is no good. Oh, he missed it to the right. We remain tied at 26. 53 seconds to go in the fourth.
Some say fitting. The football gods, however you want to say it. These teams deserve to hash it out a little bit more.
Oh, you wanted drama. How's Shakespeare? Tied at 26. 53 seconds to go. And Jamestown, a roller coaster of emotions over the last 10 minutes. They were down by 13 with Lancaster inside the 3-yard line, knocking on the door of going up 3 scores. A high snap over the head of Matt King was recovered by Alaric Richards, the freshman for Jamestown. He took it 60 yards the other way. The red and green tie it, or they score to make it a 6-point game. The onside kick doesn't go their way, but a stop and a huge punt return sets him up for a 1-yard rush from Bonta. His 4th score ties the game at 26. All the momentum in red and green, and then a missed extra point, and Lancaster is starting to get that week 1 feeling all over again. Perhaps this game goes to overtime, and the Legends already have a win there. Jamestown set for the Denny's kickoff. Denny's, America's Diner, is always open. Maloney lined up to kick this one away, left to right from his own 40. Lancaster with 2 deep to receive. Smith nearest us. Hartwig on the other side. This one to Ryan Smith. Your chance to make a play. Smith up the middle of the field at the 30. Spins away from 1 tackle. He gets wrapped up and taken down before the 35-yard line. The Lancaster Legends have 1 timeout to work with 45 seconds to go in the game, tied at 26. Shaken up on the kickoff return for Jamestown was Jada Foreman, the wide receiver corner, who gingerly jogs off the field to the near sideline. Matt King with the world in his hands. Undefeated Lancaster, 2-0. Looks to start the year 2-0 in Class AA. They were up 13 with 4 minutes left in this 4th quarter. First down and 10 from their own 34. King, 7-step drop, throws to the right side, it's picked! Jamestown picks it off! Lou Diaz down the sideline! Touchdown, Jamestown! The red and green with the lead! 32-26, Diaz, a pick 6 for the red and green! 34 seconds to go in the game. An eruption at Strider Field.
Just everything. You don't want to risk anything outside in a flat type out route, hitch route. It ball hung. It was a forced throw. And I'm not surprised. Our man Lou is a football player. We talked about him before the game. We talked about he and Bonta as linebacking combo. But that's what he does. He makes plays against the run, in the pass game, and what bigger play to ice a game.
Extra point attempt for Evan Maloney. Had the last one missed. This one is good. 33-26. Jamestown miraculous in the 4th quarter. 34 seconds to go. Your score brought to you by Mr. Goodbar, your home for away games on Elmwood Avenue. A whole lot to cheer about for the Jamestown Red and Green.
With 1 timeout, Lancaster can still take shots down the field.
This
and
game
make
is
a
far
move.
from
It's not over.
Yeah.
That's what they have to understand. We know King can air it out. We know they have playmakers that can take it the distance. But you need a chunk play. You need a big play to get you moving.
Jamestown's first lead since 3 minutes and 14 seconds were left in the first half when they led 13-7. They lead 33-26 in a rematch of the 2024 Class AA Sectional Championship. Lou Diaz, the senior linebacker for Jamestown, his first interception of the season and his first as a Jamestown Red and Green varsity football player.
We'll never forget it. One of the toughest players on the team. Any coach you speak with on Jamestown, you ask him about Lou. His name is, they just smile and say tough.
34 seconds still remain in this football game. Lancaster has a timeout. Evan Maloney to kick off on the Denny's kickoff. America's Diner is always open. A line drive fielded by Smith, knocked down by one arm wide out. He scoops it up after a delay, spins off one tackle. He's still on his feet. Then he gets wrapped up down low and taken down at the 25-yard line.
Nice job by Smith to actually knock that ball down, or else that thing may have gone either out of, landed by the 1 yard line or something crazy where they had to scramble. Nice job by Smith to get it down, pick it up, and get what he could.
Carter Rizzuto with the tackle at the 25.
It's going to take some type of big-time play from King down the middle of the field to a playmaker.
Football gives players opportunities for big-time moments. Lou Diaz just had a big-time opportunity and a big-time moment. Here's Matt King on 1st and 10 at the 25. Heave down the middle of the field. Oh, and he had the receiver open across the middle of the field. Everett Fix just couldn't break free, and no flags either.
King threw that about 55 air yards and still overshot it. That was a beautiful throw. That's where you wanted to put it. Let him go get it. He couldn't get there, but nice try.
21 seconds to go in the game. King rolls to his right, throws again, deep downfield. He's got his man, but it's out of bounds. Fix was there on the far sideline at the 40. Incomplete. Another 8 seconds tick off. 13 seconds to go in the game. Lancaster down 7.
Jamestown defenders, a little bit unacceptable. You can't have somebody get behind you. Now, it was a tough throw for King, rolling to his right. Down the sideline, he let it fly, and it goes out of bounds. Couldn't keep it in bounds, but he was open. He was behind the defense.
3rd down and 10 at the 25. King has time to pass. Rolls to his right. Throws it a country mile into traffic, tipped and incomplete. Oh, it was there for the taking, but the sophomore Fix couldn't come away with it. 4 ticks of the clock remain.
Hail Mary type throw effort. Just jump ball, hoping for something. Had a chance.
Still a timeout remaining for Lancaster. Perhaps draw something up here.
That's why I was frustrated at first downs when you wanted to get something good down the field, get it moving a little bit. Now you have 4 seconds left.
Lancaster will take their timeout. Coach Rupp, in his 100th game coaching, calls his final timeout. 33-26. Jamestown the lead over Lancaster. Well, if you watch the Bills in week 1 against the Ravens, you know as long as you have a couple turnovers, anything can happen in the span of 4 minutes to erase a 2-score deficit. Jamestown proof tonight.
When you said the Bills, I couldn't stop thinking about the comparison with Lou Diaz and Bernard having his game-winning pick against Miami. And there's Diaz doing his best Bernard, where he reads it, picks it. Man, game-changing type plays. The craziness of the end of this game, Lancaster is going to study, I would think, for at least, hopefully no longer than tomorrow, and get it out of your head.
Right. Very uncharacteristic of the Legends.
We know.
Multiple turnovers late in a game they're leading by multiple scores. 4 seconds to go. Matt King faces a 4-man rush, swings it to the far side. It's caught by Fix. They want the hook and ladder. Ahern swings it back off the turf. It's scooped up by King. He pushes off of one defender. He throws it back to Smith, who can't handle the football. The clock is down at 0. Smith then pitches it back to Fix. On the far side, he throws it back to Smith, working toward their own end zone. Ball is down, Jamestown falls on it, and the red and green snap a 10-game losing streak against Lancaster. Jamestown comes away with the win, 33-26. The red and green are victorious in week 3. Ten long years was the wait for Jamestown to finally defeat Lancaster. And in week 3 of 2025, the red and green avenged their sectional championship loss from 1 year ago. 33-26 the final.
Tough one. I'm watching both coaches right now. You know, you always feel so bad for Coach Rupp, and you feel so good for the winning coaches. You see both sides of it right in front of you, and it just hurts. The devastation, the could be, would be, all the stuff you're going to question as a coach, player. It's going to go through all their minds tonight. That was a great high school football ending. Fantastic playmaking made. The saving tackle even on the pick, just to make them earn it. After Diaz, like, just everybody sold out, every player sold out, the coaches sold out. You can tell they're going slow through these lines. This one hurts.
An emotional ride for both Class AA teams that perhaps meet again later down the road. The regular season, a formality in Class AA. All 8 teams will make the postseason. Seeding may come down to this game at Strider Field tonight. 33-26, a hard-fought win for Jamestown over Lancaster.
Visit Villa Maria College and discover what it means to be a Viking. Come see the energy, teamwork, and pride that makes the Villa Vikings unstoppable. Schedule your tour at visit.villa.edu.
Corey here with the Compact Civics Expansion Pack.
America is such a big, wide, awesome place, and to be able to see things that are representative of so many different places can be so important when brought to your tiny town.
Everybody is so kind and loving. I'm here in Buffalo just because of State Buffalo,
where we explore gathering places and their role in civic life. From urban farms to rural fairs, we'll celebrate spaces that bring us together and create community.
A well-crafted will or estate plan speaks volumes about your hopes and dreams for the future. It also ensures that what you've worked a lifetime for is distributed according to your wishes. As Buffalo Toronto Public Media looks to our future, we would be honored to share your legacy and ensure that quality public broadcasting is here for future generations. Please contact me, Lisa Latrovato, at 716-845-7031 for more information.
What if your spare change could help protect the public media you love? When you link your Visa or MasterCard at btpm.roundforgood.com, your everyday purchases are rounded up to the nearest dollar. At the end of the month, that change becomes one simple donation to Buffalo Toronto Public Media, fueling public media and strengthening our community. One cup of coffee, one grocery run, one roundup at a time. You're in control. Pause or cancel anytime. It's simple. It adds up. Small change, big impact.
Support for Buffalo Toronto Public Media's Friday Night Lights comes from our members and from your local Denny's. America's Diner is always open. Denny's salutes Section 6 student athletes, serving you with 18 locations throughout the region.
An instant classic in Chautauqua County. The Jamestown Red and Green come down to the wire, erase a 13-point deficit in the final handful of minutes in the fourth quarter to defeat Lancaster 33-26. What a way for this next chapter to be written in the 57th iteration of Lancaster versus Jamestown. Hello, friends. Jack Kreuzer and Jim Monis with you on BTPM's Friday Night Lights on the Villa Maria College postgame show. Villa Maria College, advancing educational opportunity for all of Western New York. On the Jamestown Red and Green, victorious head coach Tom Langworthy relays a victorious message to his troops after a hard-fought win, snatching it from the jaws of defeat.
It's hard. The winning coach can sit there and say anything he wants, but they could just say, guys, that's why you stick through it. Get to the next play, operate, try to be successful on the next play and stay in it, stay alive, and then you get the break. You get the fumble, you get the punt return, whatever it was to spark you, and they finished. And for Lancaster, they're just going to go back and forth on this for at least a day or two and just go through every single thing they could have done to close that game out.
For Jamestown, some stars. Alaric Richards, the fumble recovery that ignited the comeback in the fourth quarter. The freshman linebacker scooped it up and took it about 60 yards the other way for the red and green, putting a smile on Tom Langworthy's face and the entire fan section at Strider Field. It was something to cheer about, but even at that point, Jim, it was, who knows, can they really overcome this deficit? Well, another touchdown from Chase Bonta, who ended up with 4 on the night. And then the pick 6 from Luis Diaz, the captain, senior returning linebacker, his first interception of the season, and to my account, his first as a varsity football player. Lou Diaz, what a moment. The pick 6 to give Jamestown the lead. 33-26 the final. Just incredible effort from everyone across the board from Jamestown.
No question, stick around, and it takes a crazy fluke play. I mean, we were talking about the snaps being slow or high. However we were phrasing it, it turned out to get them. They had the one bad snap when they couldn't have it, and they don't recover from it. But it's just a credit to both teams. Their coach, both teams listen to their coaches. They play the game the right way. It's just hard. It's hard for me to see Coach Rupp. I know how much these games mean to both coaches after spending time with them this week. So I'm kind of watching his reactions, and it just stings me knowing we talk about coaches only experience 2 things in football. We talk about this in the NFL. You experience relief when you win and disgust when you lose. And that's just disgust for Lancaster.
Jamestown takes a kneel for a moment of reflection, led by Tom Langworthy. Chase Bonta on the outside of the circle as well joins in for the moment of reflection on what an incredible night this has been for Jamestown. A long time coming for 18th year head coach Tom Langworthy, who snaps a 10-game losing streak against Lancaster. On the other side for the Lancaster Legends, they had won 10 straight against Jamestown, and they were on their way to their 11th, but costly errors at the end of the game will haunt them, at least, like you said, for 24 hours before they put it behind them and move on to the rest of their conference schedule to finish the season.
Yeah, and the pick 6 for King, you got to get that out of your head. It hurts, but you're trying to make a play, and game is getting tight. You're trying to be a playmaker. Quarterbacks will be judged on how you recover from that. So let's see how he plays next week. You have a day to get over it. It's going to hurt. Let's see how King comes back, and I think it's going to be a true reflection on how they finish their season. Coach Rupp still talking with them. It hurts.
Eric Rupp, yeah, arms crossed in front of the entire Lancaster Legends squad, all on a knee, all at attention. And Coach Rupp certainly will use this emotional moment as motivation moving forward. Well, we will step aside. When we return, we'll have Tom Langworthy and our player of the game from Jamestown join us on the Villa Maria College postgame show on Friday Night Lights, presented by Villa Maria, New York's home for cutting-edge majors and unmatched support. Stick with us on the postgame show on Friday Night Lights. We will return with that interview, and then we'll look at some scores around Western New York, see if we've got any updates from those big-time divisional clashes out of town before we look ahead to next week, because we're approaching the midway point of the high school football regular season already. When we return, Tom Langworthy and our player of the game from Jamestown will join us after this.
Visit Villa Maria College and discover what it means to be a Viking. Come see the energy, teamwork, and pride that makes the Villa Vikings unstoppable. Schedule your tour at visit.villa.edu.
At PBS, we know that helping students learn is a teacher's top priority. That's why we offer our free, easy-to-use digital platform, PBS Learning Media. With thousands of standards-aligned resources in every subject, plus videos and interactive activities from the trusted programs you know and love. Wildcrats, Nova, Ken Burns, and much more. Find the content you need to enhance lessons and help spark your students' sense of curiosity at PBS Learning Media. Visit pbslearningmedia.org to learn more.
She said this, well, he said that. The truth will come out.
Wondering what the buzz is? What's the hot goss? Whatever it is, we're talking about it on Group Chat, your weekly connection to the unpredictable, weird, and wonderful world of pop culture, from film, theater to food, blockbusters, and beyond. Every week with Tiffany Bentley and her revolving panel of pop culture enthusiasts. Listen to Group Chat on Fridays at 10 a.m. and Saturdays at noon on BTPM and PR.
I'm very excited.
Hey, football fans. Check out the USA Wheelchair Football League Tournament, presented by Buffalo Toronto Public Media. Cheer on our very own Buffalo Bills as they face off with the Patriots, the Cowboys, the Raiders, and the Browns.
It's picked off!
Head to the Buffalo Toronto Public Media YouTube channel to stream it now.
Catch up on the latest from Buffalo Toronto Public Media on our YouTube channel. While you're there, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an update.
A well-crafted will or estate plan speaks volumes about your hopes and dreams for the future. It also ensures that what you've worked a lifetime for is distributed according to your wishes. As Buffalo Toronto Public Media looks to our future, we would be honored to share your legacy and ensure that quality public broadcasting is here for future generations. Please contact me, Lisa Latrovato, at 716-845-7031 for more information.
Support for Buffalo Toronto Public Media's Friday Night Lights comes from our members and from your local Denny's. America's Diner is always open. Denny's salutes Section 6 student athletes, serving you with 18 locations throughout the region.
Welcome back to Villa Maria College post-game show on Friday Night Lights. Jamestown victorious over Lancaster. We're here with the winning head coach from Jamestown High School, Tom Langworthy. Coach, 10 years it had been since you defeated Lancaster. Your first win against Eric Rupp. What did it take tonight?
Well, it took every second of the clock. It wasn't looking good for a while, but I told our guys after the game, the lesson you can learn from this is you never quit, you never give up, and you got to play a full 48 minutes of football. And I was really proud of our guys that those last 4 minutes we could really turn it on and make some plays, and that's what was needed to be done. And you got to play a full game and a complete game to beat a team like Lancaster. So really proud of our guys that we pulled it out.
For the freshman Alaric Richards to recover the fumble late in the fourth quarter and return it about 60 yards the other way, what was due for him? What makes Alaric so special that he was ready for that moment?
Well, I think that he's really coachable. He's always around the ball. He loves football. He's a great teammate. So, it's cool to see somebody that's just continued to play hard the whole game. All of a sudden the ball pops out and he's there and is able to make a big play and help the team.
And then Lou Diaz, the pick six to go up late. Talk about Lou and what a terrific night he had overall.
Yeah, Lou, we actually talked about Lou before the game and how tough Lou is and how, if you're going to go into dark alley, you want Lou with you. And the thing about Lou, actually, right before that play, he was in pain, he was cramping. We actually are on the headsets talking about putting in another linebacker. All of a sudden we said, we need you out there. And the next play intercepts it, goes for a touchdown. So I'm sure his leg maybe be sore tomorrow, but probably not very sore tonight.
Sometimes those moments work your way. Yeah. Nice to get a break once in a while, huh?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you.
To beat Lancaster before this next stretch of 2 games for you, Coach Langworthy. We know you've got Bennett, you've got Orchard Park. I'm not sure about the order, but you've got 2 tough opponents coming up. How do you not let this momentum fall off or even ride it too much before next week?
To be honest, there's a lot of things that we didn't really do that well tonight. So it's nice to have the win, but then you have those moments that you think you have to make some corrections to. So it's kind of a win-win. If you win by too much or it's so too lopsided, sometimes maybe the guys, you don't get their attention that you've got to clean some things up. So, certainly that could have went either way tonight, and it wasn't looking good with about 5 minutes to go. So we know that there's some things that we have to clean up, and we'll work on that, and we always do. But it's nice to be able to get the win and learn.
Well, thank you, Coach, and congratulations.
Thanks a lot.
With our player of the game now, Chase Bonta, 4 touchdowns offensively and a handful of tackles defensively, crucial down the stretch. Chase, first and foremost, have you come down off the cloud of winning? Does it feel real yet?
Nah, it still doesn't feel real. It's crazy. I mean, me and Lou talked literally the play before. He's like, my leg hurts, I got to go out. I was like, give me one play. Just give me one more play out of you. And he makes the biggest play of the game, and we just turn up.
What was the emotion like even before that, before Alaric recovered the fumble and you're down 13 with Lancaster moving the ball? What was the emotion like on this sideline?
The emotion was bend but don't break. I mean, everyone was down. I think everyone's head was down and like, oh, we're going to lose. And then, boom, fumble. Alaric gets it, and he's just running. And then you just see the whole 2,000 fans here just turn up. And then we're like, yeah, we got momentum now. Let's go score a quick touchdown, get on defense, go get a quick stop. We get a big 4th down tackle, and just keep going.
How much does this win, specifically to come against Lancaster, mean to you after you talked to us earlier this week, and how that sectional championship game and the moments throughout that have stuck with you throughout the offseason?
I mean, this win means everything to me. I mean, it's finally like I could pull that monkey off my back that's just been scratching at me since November.
How do you, as a leader then, Chase, take this momentum and, like we said from Coach Langworthy, not let this momentum die down, but also not ride it too much before next week's tough opponent?
Always stay humble. We're not better than what we think we are. We're the same team with or without the win. To be honest, we're just going to stay humble, go into the next week, keep preparing, and not think we're better than we actually are.
Last thing for you, Chase. Alaric Richards, a freshman running back, sharing the backfield with him. How much are you taking on a leadership role, and how much is he just doing his own thing out there?
I think he looks up to me as like a big brother to him. I mean, even in school, he'll come see me, ask me. We'll study the playbook during lunch together. He kind of just looks up to me as big bro, and it's kind of like I'm just a mentor out there with him.
That's a terrific mentorship nonetheless. Well, Chase, congratulations and thank you.
Thank you, sir.
We will be right back on the Villa Maria College post-game show to wrap things up from Jamestown, an instant classic at Strider Field as the red and green knock off the Lancaster Legends for the first time in a decade.
Visit Villa Maria College and discover what it means to be a Viking. Come see the energy, teamwork, and pride that makes the Villa Vikings unstoppable. Schedule your tour at visit.villa.edu.
I want to talk to you about the monstrous mythological salamander from antiquity. What does that have to do with civics? Bear with me. Hey people, Corey here with Compact Civics. In 1812, Massachusetts Governor Elbridge Gerry and his party, the Democratic Republicans, hated the other party, the Federalists. Back then, voting districts were determined by the boundaries of a county. Gerry and his buddies took advantage of a loophole that gave them the power to draw up new district lines in favor of their party. The Federalists mocked the most egregious district by illustrating it as a monstrous salamander and tossed Gerry's name on it, and thus gerrymandering was born. This practice became wildly popular throughout history. It undermines voter power and impedes democracy by cherry-picking voters for a desired outcome. Thankfully, it was challenged in 2023 in New York State, and lines had to be redrawn. Next time, we'll talk about how gerrymandering makes representation unfair and directly impacts you.
She said this, well, he said that. The truth will come out.
Wondering what the buzz is? What's the hot goss? Whatever it is, we're talking about it on Group Chat, your weekly connection to the unpredictable, weird, and wonderful world of pop culture, from film, theater to food, blockbusters, and beyond. Every week with Tiffany Bentley and her revolving panel of pop culture enthusiasts. Listen to Group Chat on Fridays at 10 a.m. and Saturdays at noon on BTPM NPR.
I'm very excited.
Support for Buffalo Toronto Public Media's Friday Night Lights comes from our members and from Mr. Goodbar, your Elmwood Avenue home for football and more food, beverage, and atmosphere. At 1110 Elmwood Avenue in Buffalo, Mr. Goodbar, home of DJ Crespo's away game viewing parties.
I don't know a greater teacher than history.
Film is a powerful teaching tool.
We bring to life what the country sounded like.
These are the times that try men's souls.
No suffering which Britain can inflict will reduce America to submission.
You begin to have a visceral sense of what happened, and all of a sudden you realize they're real people. PBS reaches every classroom in the country, from elementary to middle to high school to college.
Every school kid in America can hopefully find something in this history that relates to them. The films live on in the classroom, and it inspires conversation. We want them to know history, to understand the present moment, and how to try to make the future brighter.
Under the lights at Strider Field, and an instant classic is officially wrapped in Jamestown, New York. The red and green erase a 13-point deficit in the final 5 minutes of regulation, and we didn't need overtime tonight. 33-26, Jamestown takes the victory over Lancaster. Hello, friends. Welcome back to the Villa Maria College postgame show. Jack Kreuzer and Jim Monis with you on Friday Night Lights on BTPM. Thanks for joining us on BTPM Create, BTPM NPR over the radio, and our BTPM YouTube channel. Thanks for joining us for Friday Night Lights. Boy, were we all treated to a terrific game this evening as Jamestown, I don't think anybody, as Chase Bonta just said earlier in the postgame show, there were a lot of heads hanging when that said 13-26 with about 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. It's funny what one turnover can do for the energy of a team.
And Chase talked about that in your post-game interview, how the heads were down. They were all looking at each other like they felt it. They felt the game was slipping away, and it was. But you stick around, get to the next play and see what happens, and then the big break comes, and they took advantage of the big break. And to hear what Coach Langway said about they have things to work on, yeah, you got your win, but you're going to have plenty of things to work on, but you got your win while you can figure out how to get better.
I think what Chase said as well at the end of that interview, getting the monkey off his back of having a big fumble in the sectional championship game in the second half and getting to move on from that mentally and emotionally, getting vengeance for that moment, even though it's just, all in all, a Week 3 win that won't mean too much come November. That's what Lancaster's certainly saying. This isn't the end, and it's certainly not the last time that they're likely going to see Jamestown this year. But for Chase Bonta, for the Jamestown Red and Green, for the returners that lost in the sectional championship a year ago, they've got to enjoy this win.
No, and that's what it's so hard for both teams to kind of move past this game. For Lancaster, can you recover and get back on track? And then for Jamestown, are you going to celebrate and let this win get to your head? Because really, you stole one tonight. So make sure you take advantage and go out and beat the team next time.
What a terrific night it was that started with all defense in the first quarter. No score after one. As we go through the scoring from this game, it took Chase Bonta to get his first of 4 rushing touchdowns with 8 minutes and 4 seconds to go in the second quarter. A 10-yard rush with the extra point kick gave Jamestown the 7-0 lead. Lancaster responds with a 2-yard rush from Danny Ahern. 7-7 tie with 6.5 to go in the second. 3:14 to go in the second quarter. Jamestown with a 1-yard rush from Chase Bonta. 13-7, but the extra point, no good. A big moment in the first half as we're thinking that 1 point might come to bite him toward the end of the game. It's funny how that then changed to the other side where Lancaster wasn't able to convert on a couple extra points later on in the third quarter.
No question. And I thought Lancaster did such a good job of taking advantage of everything they could in the middle 8. And they took the 2-score lead, and they were controlling the game. And I'd love to know if Coach Rupp thought about not punting to Thagard. Because that really is a thought. If you just punt it out of bounds, they have to drive the whole field. Put it in one of their best playmakers' hands, that's one you'll sleep on at night.
That was a terrific return from Jericho Thagard, and Jamestown caps off the drive. Continuing on with the end of the first half, 14-13. King finds Everett Fix for a touchdown pass for 8 yards. Then the second half, offense right away from Lancaster. They got the ball to start the second half. King caps off a drive with a 15-yard rushing touchdown. The 2-point conversion, no good. Back to a 7-point game, 20-13. 2 more Lancaster scores after that halftime break, up 26-13 with 4:52 to go in the third, thanks to a 2-yard rush from King. The extra point, again, no good, making it 26-13. And then it was a whole lot of kill the clock, run it, and Lancaster looked like they were in the driver's seat. They had a goal-to-go play at the 3-yard line, and a fumble, a high snap over the head of Matt King was recovered by Alaric Richards, the freshman outside linebacker for Jamestown. A brilliant return. Bonta caps that off with a 1-yard touchdown rush, making it 26-20. Then again, another stop from Lancaster's offense as Jamestown forces a 3-and-out. They use their timeouts, a punt, They score. Bonta, a 1-yard rushing touchdown with 53 seconds to go. Tied at 26 with the extra point. No good. So much chaos in the final minute 44 of the game. And then a pick six, as Lancaster said, well, we've got Matt King. We can take some shots. We can air it out. There's 34 seconds left in the game. Plenty of time with a timeout. Interception. What did you see on that pick from Matt King?
Just tried to make a play. He tried to throw a cross field almost from opposite hash, which is a long throw. It hung. Diaz saw a tough play. He was just trying to make a play. You'd like to see with one timeout, they needed chunk yardage. You'd like to see a throw down the field to get that drive going. I was thinking about that third down when King took that sack. Things got crazy after that.
Yeah, so we'll look ahead to next week. A terrific game. We could talk about it all night. We got to look ahead to next week in Week 4 when we'll be down south for Newfane against Randolph for a Class D clash. Two teams, we don't have scoring updates from them tonight, but both undefeated entering Week 3. We'll see what their records turn out to be for Week 4. Should be a fun one between Newfane and Randolph for Week 4. For our entire crew for Friday Night Lights, Jamestown victorious 33-26. For Jim Monis, I'm Jack Kreuzer saying, till next week, I bid you adieu.